let's go.
Let's go.
Yay. Okay, I hope it works. I really hope that the sound is fine and everyone can hear me. Guys, please, if you are watching, please write in the chat.
Yes,
If
I can
everything
see.
is, if
Hello to everyone. I can see that we are 5 people. Yes,
that
I
we
can
hear.
see.
Okay.
Hello to all 5 people, but it's not written who exactly.
Okay, it's a
So
mystery. It's a
you
mystery.
can wave. You can wave to us. Say who you are.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And also, guys, please tell us if everything is okay, if you can hear us.
Yes.
I'm so excited because, well, I'm twice as excited because it's my first interview in English. And thanks to you, Anastasia. By the way, is it the right way? Is it the right way to call you? Because we can do it in a French way, Anastasia. We can do it in the English way, Anastasia, or Russian way, Anastasia. Which one do you prefer?
Or Nastya.
Or Nastya. Yeah. Which one do you prefer?
Well, if we speak in English, then let's do in English.
Okay, let's do it in English.
Anastasia. I adjusted to everything already.
Anastasia, good. Okay, so thanks to you, we're talking in English. It was your idea. And thank you so much because you kind of forced me a little bit to overcome this barrier, you know, because
as usually I force myself and everybody around me.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That's your nature, to be brave. Oh my God. And yeah, help other people to be brave too, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, and we're doing it. Yeah, we're going to struggle maybe a little bit.
But why? No,
formulating our deep thoughts, you know, in English. It would be much easier for us to talk in Russian because we are both Russian-speaking girls, actually. But in order to our international audience could understand us and join and hopefully enjoy our conversation, we are ready even to struggle a little bit. Okay, yes. And mostly I'm excited because I have such a guest who is such an exciting lady. And I'm really looking forward to listening to your stories. You have a lot of them.
Yes, because many of them you know already.
I know a little bit about your life, right? Because we know each other for some time. Let's say so for a few years, right?
Well, maybe 20 years.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to kind of follow your life because it's like watching a movie, a very dramatical one. I think it could be a movie like easily. You have so many twists in your life.
Yes.
Have you ever counted them? How many of them you had?
No, I trying to not, but I remember that 3, 4 was big, let's say, yes. But if I will count every year what happened, it's better to not do.
Okay, I have an idea, by the way. Guys, if you are going to watch this video to the very end, please write in the comments how many twists you counted in Anastasia's life. That will be a game and we will see who will count more. That will be fun,
okay.
I think. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning, right? You were born in...
Yes, I was born in Crimea, in Simferopol.
And it was Ukraine.
It was, it was Ukraine, it was Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's quite questionable.
Because it was 1984. So this was Soviet Union. It was a strange period. No, I remember that beginning of my childhood was very good. But then when the Soviet Union crashed and it became 90s, it was really hard because we were struggling to have food, jobs. My grandma was, I don't remember if at that time already or a bit later, she broke her hips. And so she was laying in the bed for 10 years. So it's quite, it was challenging for my mom, and especially my mom is an artist. She's a sculptor. And yes, and my father is a singer, quite well known in Russia, but I didn't know him at that time when I born. Yes, this is a story of two artists covered with something, you know. So
I see.
yes, I met my father when I was 17. So it
17.
was, yes,
17.
first time when I arrived to Moscow. So basically, what when I born, it was everything fine. I was happy child.
How was it, by the way, if we're talking about your father, how was it to have not him present in your childhood? Did you understand back then that it was like
Yes, when I was a kid.
That you are missing something, right?
Yes, of course, because you can see other kids, and when you see other kids and they have father and you don't have, of course you understand that something is wrong. So you come to mom, but I think it's in the age of I don't know when I started to ask 3, 4 maybe. When you come, you ask what happened. But to be honest, I don't remember what she was telling me. What happened with him? Then I remember that I was missing a lot, yes. Because actually I am really similar to my father, similar in some senses. The face is completely, it's his face, you know, I'm totally look like him, you know. In character,
but you didn't
maybe,
see him,
no.
You didn't know it, right?
No, I didn't know. And we started to talk more openly when I was 12 about him. And around 12 years old, my mom's friend from Kiev, she's a very famous actress in Kiev, in Ukraine. She came to Moscow. She met him and she told him, you know what? You have a daughter.
He didn't know either, right?
No.
So he didn't know.
Yes, this is a magic story, yes, because he didn't know.
Oh my God.
So for him, it was a big surprise. Hello, you know, you have a daughter in Crimea. Wow. So I don't know how it was personally because I was not there, but my mom's friend, she told that he was pale blue.
Oh,
white, green. I don't know.
Should have been
whatever.
a big stress for him, I suppose.
Yes, of course, because he already had a wife and 2 kids before me.
Before you.
Yes, but it was complicated because with my mom, they met earlier than later, and it was like
I see. So
meeting over years.
It wasn't just their, summer romance or something like that. So
no, they met, then they split, and then again met, and so it was a bit that way, like artists usually doing. It's quite often like that. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Yes, about childhood and the father, it was that. But generally, I remember that I was happy in my childhood. I was playing a lot outside in the garden. There was not too many kids my age. So I was playing with dogs. I was talking with dogs. We had a team, Mm-hmm. I was doing some funny expeditions to find like ghosts in the places, or something. I was searching inside. So I had really fun, even with dogs. Mm-hmm. Then when I grew a little bit more, I think it became. I was, yes, we can put inside already music, because I started to show my interest to music when I was around 4. Mm-hmm. And at 5, my mom understood that she needs me to bring to the teacher. Mm-hmm. And so she brought me to music school. But I remember that from the first view, I didn't like the teacher, because I saw her. She was tall, I was too small, and she had red leather skirt. Oh. And I remember, what is this red leather skirt? I don't know, but when I was 5, I remember that moment. And she was boring. Like, put your fingers, no, nothing. It's in that moment I understood that if you want to teach kids, you have to be really fun, because otherwise they will get bored and hate this music and everything. But my mom, she said, no, you have to practice every day, 1 hour. It should be like that. Okay, I said, okay, I will practice. But then I remember that at age around 13, I think, I said, no, anymore. I don't want any music. I was bumping the piano with my legs.
Oh my God.
Yes, and my mom said, okay, no, we have to fix that because it's something wrong. I feel that my daughter have this kind of abilities to be musician, yeah, but she needs to find someone else, someone who will open the different world, you know,
Will
for me.
inspire you, right?
Yes, and that's I remember very well that period, because actually in this period between 11 and 13, it was hard 90s in Russia, bad companies, you know, how to say bad, not companies in sense of business, but bad companies, bandits. Yes, bandits and all of that things.
Were you
And
involved somehow? I mean, you had such friends?
Yes, I don't know, but at school I found not bad. They were not so bad, but they were not at all from the society which I used to be, you know, artistic.
Like hooligans, no?
Yes, I was also a little bit hooligan always. You know. I was
as a teenager, right?
School. from 11 to 13. Yes, I was smoking, I was drinking, whatever, you know. Really, I was totally bad, you know. Because my mom also was thinking I have a lot of energy, and this energy has to be in the right direction. If this energy is not in the right direction, a disaster. I do disaster, you know. So, and at 13, she understood that we are completely in the bad situation with me, and she went she was walking on the streets, you know, in our city, Simferopol, and she came to music school, another one. She just looked on the I don't know how it's tableau, I don't know how you call it, where is a competition winners, yeah.
The list
yes. The list of winning competition winners, yes, yeah. And she saw everywhere the same last name, Kovalova.
Teacher's last
name.
So
she said, okay, I have to go to that woman, she said. And when she arrived, she came to her. She saw that she is so beautiful, a woman, a very, very nice looking, you know, fantastic. And she said, okay, this is a woman. I need to bring my daughter. And she did it. First lesson, I remember I was sitting, looking in the portraits, this will begin this music. Oh. So I was bored. But my character is very competitive as well, at least was. And now I don't know, I'm trying to work with a competitive character to put it in a more creative character than competitive. Yes. And I started to feel that, but this teacher has really good kids who can play really well, you know. And they
students.
Was like, okay, I want also to play very well, because I was always the best one, the first one. How is it? Now I'm not the best anymore.
Right. Okay.
I think at that age it was that motivation who moved me, not the music really. It's and this teacher, she always keeps everybody together. So it's like her Ludmila Anatolyevna, call her Ludmila Anatolyevna, yes. Yes, all the kids are together, you know, they play together, they study together, we go to some concerts, to competitions. It's a bunch of people, like 5, she always prepared 5, you know, for one competition, 5 kids. And that's at night and in the morning and the late night we were rehearsing. It was such fun. I remember that period, like, oh my God. And what I really remember that on third lesson, I dropped all my ideas about smoking, drinking, roller skating, and all of that. And I said, no, now it's the moment to go and study, you know.
It's
and
more fun, right?
Yes, I had such a motivation, you know. It was crazy, and I think it was just in that age, that motivation, because you have that period between 13 and 16, maybe 15, when you can really, without any break, without any tiredness, to study, like maybe I was a record for me, 13 hours per day. I was preparing for competition.
13 hours.
13 hours, yes. I was playing piano 13 hours, yes. But generally every day 10 hours, you know, and it was incredible.
Okay, and, so you were prepared for our Savina at the college, Gnesin's college. Right?
It was, yes, for Gnesin college, yes, because this is a period after we'll arrive, yes, with you, when we met you, yes. Yeah. Actually, I had 3 years, because it was almost 14. I was almost 14 when I started really to do something as a professional. Not professional, but to go in this direction, yes, to start competitions, to play with orchestra, to do concerts.
Oh my God, I forgot our pictures. We prepared pictures and I didn't show them. Wait a second, I have
But don't worry, there is just the beginning.
Yes, okay, I will just, because it's so interesting to listen to, so I completely forgot that.
We have Magdalena.
Oh, wonderful. Hi, Magdalena.
Hello, Magdalena.
So good to have you here. So, okay, just a moment. I will show some pictures. This is...
Yes, there was a very small one. Yes, it's me when I was... This is my teacher. You should see her. It's already now. I mean, there will be now the picture number 3.
So, yeah, number 3. So, this is your teacher, right?
No, this is me.
No, okay. If you're looking at the streaming, it's a little bit late. It's
yes, okay, yes.
Like 30,
okay, now I see her.
20 seconds late. So now I'm showing the picture of you and your teacher, right? Quite happy, probably after some competition.
No, it was already after concert, and it was just, I think, 2 years or 3 years ago. I just played for them in school.
Really? Oh, but no, you look.
Yes, it was 2 years ago. Yes.
You look just like you were.
Not two, not, because 2 years I'm sitting here in France. I don't move because of COVID.
Yeah.
But it was yes, no, it's recently. Yes, really, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because every year when I come to my Crimea to Simferopol, I do, of course, concert for school, for her, for students, for kids. I mean, it's really tradition already.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, this is a teacher.
Okay.
So basically, I said to her that I want to play on the Republican competition, you know, because Crimea, it's Republic. It's to someone don't know too much about Crimea, but now I think everyone knows about Crimea and about the politics and what happened. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we already were on festival 1 year after. I see the picture with the conductor, and there is many kids who became professional and even famous. There is one, Asya Fatiyeva, it's a very famous saxophonist. She lives
right near you. You're hugging her, right?
Yes, I'm hugging exactly her. Yes.
And you are in white shirt.
Yes, I'm in white with yes.
Smiling, very happy. Everyone is so happy here.
Yes, we were happy. It was extremely happy. You know, it was not competitive in the aggressive way. It was fun, joy. It was really. We were all like really. We we had these parties at night. We were coming to, okay, tomorrow we'll prepare for the concerts, you know. We had a good company, you know. We were meeting because some of these kids were from another city, from very, very famous teacher, violinist, because in Crimea we have incredible teachers, you know. The violinist Nina Batisheva. We have, we had Kim, she grew, I don't know how many talents, you know. It's really people who is very well known now. I mean, we had Nikishina. She also now she moved to Germany, but incredible saxophonists here from Rusanova. Saxophonists are all over the world playing their concerts and everything. You know, it's just fantastic how talented were our teachers, and so it's why it was such a good connection, because all were, it was not just one, it was a bunch of people, very, you know, in Crimea they're so inside of the music, they are so inside of that life, inside of the kids. They don't think about anything, no money, no nothing. They just enjoy. Yeah, that's what actually inspired me a lot, you know, in that moment. And I remember that I started in September to study. We come back to my 14 already years old. I started to study. And in March I won this competition. I got first prize of the Republican competition. I remember, because I was really like, my teacher said, no, you can't do that. It's too early. You're not ready. I said, I will be ready. I know I'm ready. Wait, I will do. This is always my character. If somebody say you can't, I have to do that for sure. So it's a bit opposite of, of harmonical normal way of being. Yes. And then what happened after that? Yes, this picture, we started to travel with the orchestra and competitions. So until 16, when I was 16, we arrived in West Ukraine. It was a small city near Lvov, Uzhgorod. And there was competition also on which I played. I got, I think, second prize without anybody taking the first one. So my teacher was like, "No, you got first one. You got first."
Yeah, you won. Obviously, you won the competition. Let's say.
Yeah, it was. But it was not so important for me. But the important moment came there, because I met there. If you remember, in Moscow Conservatory was one professor. His name, he died, Lysichenko.
Lysichenko. Oh.
He was Lysichenko, yes. He was young. And I saw him, he was playing there. And as I remember now, he was judging us. He was from, he came from Moscow Conservatory, and he was sitting on that competition and judging. And he played Mussorgsky exhibitions. Yes, and exhibitions. Yes. And I was like, oh, or no, he played Kresleriana, Schumann, Kresleriana. Yes, that. Yes, I remember that I was really, really impressed by his sound and how he touched the piano. I said, that's it. I'm going to Moscow Conservatory.
Right away.
I mean, I'm going to Moscow.
Okay.
I'm going to Moscow. And so I said to my mom, okay, we need to go to Moscow. She said, but why to Moscow? I mean, and my teacher said, but it's too far. It's another country, because it was from Ukraine to
Russia.
Russia, yeah. My mom said, okay, I have to sell apartment, because of course it was 2001 when I did made decision. And in this period, it was really after 1998 disaster, you know, in Russia. Was really no money at all. Nobody had them. You know, maybe someone, but not for sure, not artists, not us. Yeah. And mom sold the apartment. She bought a new one. and I went to Moscow
But
alone.
without her, alone.
Without her, yes, because she couldn't join me. No, my grandma died, but she couldn't join me. Also, the reason was the money, I think, because we were collecting, and I said, okay, I will go alone. And that's how I met my first time my father. I remember like now, you know.
Okay.
It was very weird and very difficult meeting for me. Very difficult, you know. Because I needed to break something inside of me to change in this moment. It was like that. I was arriving by train, was a platform, and I see person who is like me, just older, coming, you know, with a mimosa, the flowers.
Flowers, yeah.
How they called in English mimosa?
I don't know.
They are okay, yellow, which never died. They can be yellow, and then they become a little bit dark yellow. Usually in the spring. Yeah. And so he came, he said, Anastasia, this is for you. You know, because he's a singer, he's always said that. Anastasia. And so I said, oh my goodness. And I said, hello. And then to pronounce just that word father, papa, something like my hair was like this, I think. It was really hard, really hard moment.
I understand. Yeah, of course.
Crazy.
Of course.
And of course, I couldn't accept him. It was such a fight inside of me, you know. It took many years. It took many years to accept, to understand, to again rethink many things, you know, about my father and about everything. And to understand that he is just a person the same as everybody, you know, and everybody has mistakes and everybody is not perfect, and that's it. And after that, it's totally fine. But yeah, that was a difficult moment, you know. Then I arrived, and because in Crimea, right before, I met a woman who was playing on the competition which we were doing in Crimea, international one. She was running with a son, so he played there, he won something. And then she invited me to stay because I helped her with to open the school, to give her piano. I don't know what I did, but I remember that I helped her. And she said to me, okay, I will help you. You can stay with me during your exams. And so I started to come in Moscow. I wanted to go to Merzlykovskoye училище.
Okay, the one under the Moscow Conservatory, let's say. So
yes, the one who's patronated by Moscow Conservatory.
Yeah.
And I had already the teacher there, but something happened with her. She went to. It also was some weird story. She died, or because I had already someone with
wanted to take you, right?
I wanted, yes, we wanted to have already, yes, to study.
Yeah.
Yes, I think she was in the hospital or she died, and so I didn't have anybody. I just played the exam, and of course from Merzlykov I was kicked out. Also because I'm Ukrainian, it's another thing. Ukrainian can't study for free. Couldn't in that moment study for free in any place, you know. CMSHA, it's a place, also the school.
The Central Musical School.
Central Musical School, yes, which is patronated. I was not even trying there because I knew that I will not gonna win that place because there's kids who is growing there from their 5 years old until the end of life. And end of life. Yes. And so I went to Gnesin college because immediately the teacher, which we had with you together, because with Julie, we had the same teacher. It was actually a very interesting experience. We will tell it about.
Yeah. Very interesting experience.
And so she took me, but she told me, it's one of the best. You will be happy, you know? And so I'm arriving like such a happy girl from Crimea, sunny place, on the sea, excited, had a lot of concerts, competitions. Arriving to that woman, it's a very old woman, who lived always alone, never had any
No family.
husband, no family, no kids, no even cat.
Only students.
Yes, only
and
students'
music.
own life. And such a character, like she could bump us, beat. She could say, "You are a bitch, you are that, you are that." I remember that. She called me once, but then I turned like this and said, "I'm not a bitch." You know, I remember. But it was such a stress because it's 17 years old.
Yeah.
I felt like myself, I'm still a young girl, you know, I felt like a child, you know, to be honest. And I'm arriving and she's like, blah, 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 blah. And I feel that step by step until closer to the end of the year, I'm becoming like squeezing inside and I stopped playing. I almost stopped. I remember that on the last exam, I couldn't finish the piece. It was so tension in my hands, everywhere, in the neck, in my mind. I was so afraid. Yeah. And then I came, because the one who is doing interview now, Yulia, yeah. You did for me life-changing things. Because of you, I'm now here. Because of you, I'm a musician.
Come on.
Yes, you don't believe, but it's true. Because who will support me in that moment? You were studying with her. You knew already her for 4 years. You were suffering the same, but you were strong. You were suffering, but silently.
No, actually, I tried to kind of go to another teacher, but they didn't allow me to change the teacher.
We have Jonas. Hello, Jonas. Jonas from Cleveland.
Hello, Jonas.
Fantastic pianist, young. You should see him. Jonas Aumiller. He's German, and yes, my Jonas. Yes, we studied together with him in Italy. That's I will come to that point. Jonas, I love you. Yeah. And that's basically yes. So
by the way, let's show some more pictures. Just
from you
from that time. From the time you said you felt like a child back then, and
yes, I was a child, happy one, you know.
Yeah.
And okay, well, while Julia looking for the pictures, I will tell just.
Yeah, so here you are. You're so cute, you know, so sweet. Really. Yeah, this is in Moscow, right?
Yeah, it will appear. Wait. No, not this one.
Yeah,
this one.
It's there. It's already there.
Ah, it's already there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just my 17. I'm actually red hair. Yes, not red, but something blonde. Blonde.
Okay, reddish.
Yellowish.
Yellowish. Oh yeah.
Yellowish girl. Yes. And so basically when I was already in the end of that year with this woman, Savina. I came to Julia and I said, Julia, I don't know what to do, but I need to move from her. And it was not so easy because it needed to be the plan, you know, the real strategy plan. This woman had big connections. She was very respected by all the teachers, so nobody would take me, just to respect her. And we were thinking to whom, and Julia suggested to me Zheleznov. It's fantastic, nice musician. He's really cool, you know. That's what I can tell about him. He's cool. He never in a hurry. He's good with a long hair.
And he was new in that college.
Yes, he was new, and he was under another protection. Let's say he was under our diva, who was from another department. Let's say.
Who was the head of the department?
Yes, he was from the head of the department, so he was not really caring about what she will think. My Savina, old woman. So, and we did strategy plan, but for me it was such a hard decision. I mean, just to come to Savina, to this woman, and to say, because it was difficult. So I wrote her a big letter. I remember I wrote a big letter. I explained that I'm sorry, I think our characters don't match. We can't work together because it will be better if I will leave you and I will go to another person. So everything will be fine there. And she started to call me. She asked me to come to her cabinet, and she was begging me, please, I will change my method. I will do everything, but please don't leave me. But with me, it doesn't work. Even I was very stressed, but once I decided something, it's done. It's for my life, it's always for any situation. Even if I will feel bad, but I know I can't come back to that. I will never go step behind, you know. So I said, no, that we're not gonna do. I remember like now that she almost were on the knees, you know. She was really like, please, please, like this, you know, begging. But because of that, I remember that for 5 months, I didn't have like any, like, as a woman, I already started to have, sorry for this details, period, yes, when we have a, I didn't have 5 months anything. So such a stress that my body completely didn't produce anything, you know. He was not functioning in the right way.
Yeah.
I got skinnier. Yes, it's really,
it is a big stress. Yes, of
it's
course.
a really big stresses. But then I moved to Zheleznyov, and I started to really again to come back to life, because he was relaxing me. He was nice, you know. And to be honest, until it took me 1 year to relax, and we started to work already on my hands, on my sound, a little bit, step by step. And at the end of 4 years, yes, I remember that I played very hard piece when I was graduating
From the
college. Yes, musical college. Yeah, I was playing Mazepa Liszt. If you maybe you remember.
I
that
remember.
Yeah. So I was practicing like crazy. Yes. And it was a nice, successful moment. I mean, really. So I was happy. In that period, I already met an actor with whom I will work after that, and still now. Yesterday we actually spoke with him.
Oh, yeah.
Dmitry
Yes.
Bozin.
So you met him so early?
Yes, I met him when I was on the 3rd year of college. I met him, and I played for him something. And he said, we should do something together. He said already that moment, but then he was too busy. It was a lot of things coming.
How have you met him?
You know, as I usually do. I just came to theater. Theater, this kind of theater, because it's one of the most famous theaters in Russia. Theater of the Roman Viktuk. It's a genius director, fantastic one. And in this theater brought me the same woman again, actress from Kiev.
Oh.
You know, who told my father that I am existing. Yeah.
Okay. She made a lot for her, for you. I mean.
Yes, she made a lot. Also in childhood. She was bringing me to the cinema festivals a lot. So I was really in the art, especially actors society. That's why maybe I love so much that actors. Kind of. Yes, I love, and I work a lot with actors, and I have friendship, a lot of friends actors, because that part I love really. And she brought me to that theater, and I saw first time on the stage Dima. I said, what is this man? He is magic, you know. Yes, I was like, I was in love, I think.
Okay,
when I was
that's what I was going to ask.
yes, of course. But everybody in love with Dima, you know, it's not possible. He's really attractive. His energy, he's like a demon, you know, from Lermontov.
Yes. Okay, we will see his pictures a little bit later. Okay.
Yes, we will soon come to that. And but when basically after this performance, I just came behind stage, and I said, "Listen, hello, I'm a pianist. I'm Anastasia, and I want to make for you a present. I want to play for you."
Oh, that sounds cool.
Without any hesitation, I was so brave, you know. I said, "Why not?" And he was, I think, surprised a little bit. He said, okay, let's go, let's do the present.
Mhm.
And I came to him the other day in the theater, and I played for him something, and he said, "Oh, wow, well, you are good, you are amazing," yeah, he said. And said, let's do something. And I was so excited. Yes, let's do. And actually, we already started
Mhm.
something, but then came to him the how to say, this is a new performance, which very difficult ones, and they needed to work a lot. And I was on my third grade and fourth grade, I think, yes, of the year of the college. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was finishing, and so we were like delaying a little bit all of that.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that I remember for sure, because I think we started to work with him already in real.
Mhm.
It was 2008. Yes. So I graduated college in 2006.
Mhm.
I happily graduated, very well graduated. Everything was fine, perfect. And then came another problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
And
were
that
going to
period,
enter the Moscow Conservatory, let me remind, right?
yes, but it was, remember, the entrance was during 3 years. Yes.
3 years.
This entrance between 2008 and 2000, no, 2006 and 2009.
Yeah.
Yes, those 3 years, 2006, 2009. That was, I think, for the moment, I can say maybe one of the most challenging moments in my life.
Periods in your life, right?
Yes,
It's a big moment.
yes,
Yeah,
it's a really big.
I remember it. I remember it because entering to the Moscow Conservatory is very stressful for everyone. Like it's the biggest challenge. It was the one,
Yeah,
probably the biggest challenge for me too. And
yeah,
it also took 2 years for me. But for
yeah.
you, it was even harder, even more challenging, right?
Well, for you, it just was. I think the difference was that you were having your home and mom and
Yes,
father in
yes.
in the city
Mm-hmm,
where you live, and
mm-hmm.
it was Moscow. So you had instrument. You were not
Yeah.
thinking how to survive
Mm-hmm.
in Moscow,
Yeah,
But
and
me,
let's say that when you are studying in a college, you have the place to live in, right? How to say
yes,
what is
yes,
it? Yeah,
dormitory.
exactly.
Yes, I had dormitory. That's right. Yes,
And
and
after you finish it, after you graduate, you don't have it anymore.
but you had another problems. You had after seven problems with the hands, as we know, as I know. So it's another completely also difficulties which you need to pass inside already in your body and all of that. But basically, what happened when I remember very well that moment. I graduated. I came back to Crimea for the summer, and then I said to my mom, "Okay, I'm coming back to Moscow, but I have Ukrainian passport, so that means I can't right now to go to Moscow Conservatory because I need to change that passport because I can't pay education in Moscow Conservatory as a foreigner."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For that, I think I could do just Holodenko. Maybe government was paying for Holodenko, but he was from Kiev, and it's Holodenko.
Okay, so that
He
they
was.
did some exceptions, but just a few. Very,
Yes, it's a
very.
very very big exceptions. Yes, and plus Holodenko is one of the best pianists in the world now. So so let's say,
Yeah.
and what happened? I came in Moscow. My teacher for accompaniment in college, she took me for 5 days in her
Oh,
apartment.
really?
I just to find a place
Alexeyeva?
during 5 days. Demchenko, I think.
Demchenko. Oh.
I think Demchenko. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she took me. I was living 5 days, and then I needed to find a place to live.
Mm-hmm.
And from that moment, they started really funny moments, funny period. But actually, what is now interesting, I'm trying to remember the first place after that. I don't remember really, but I remember the most bright ones. Because I changed around 15 apartments during
Oh my
3 years.
God, 15
Yes, 15. I
apartments.
was moving with my stuff, all the time. And with all this stuff, to be honest, it was difficult to move because it's always a big stress to move from one place to another place. And I remember what happened. Yes, I started to work first in music school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was first. And in music school, I couldn't work as a, with my name. So I needed to false my name to
Really?
put someone else.
Why?
Yes,
Why?
because it was Ukrainian passport. I needed to put someone Russian who can work as a Russian for Russian government.
Oh.
And me, I was just in black,
Right. So
working in
because to
black.
work,
Yes.
you need like a working visa or something, and it's very complicated.
It was
in
not
Russia.
possible, yes, with
It-
Ukraine
it's
in this
very-
moment. Working visa, they will not
Yeah.
deal with that.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
asking for
Yeah.
that option, but it was not possible with working visa, just because, they need to pay money. Why school will take me if they have plenty of Russian people
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with Ukrainian passport? So we found agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So they took another girl.
Mm-hmm. But she was paying to you after.
Yes,
kind of.
no, she just was a friend. She was a good friend. Maybe
Yeah,
she will
I
take me
mean
after she
that
knows.
maybe they paid to you directly, but it was like
Yes.
she got and paid.
Yes,
to you.
yes. They were paying to me. I don't remember how, but she was working and I was get paid. Yes, kind of.
I see.
So I don't have even I think in Russia any how we call it трудовая книжка.
Okay, the official documents, so that you are
The official
employed.
documents of working when you have taxes and all of that stuff. I didn't have that.
Mhm.
And at the same time, I was working already, I think, in a theater. It was GITIS.
Okay,
It's a university for actors
Mhm.
and singers. It was actually a musical theater.
Okay.
And in this musical theater, yes, it was good, but they didn't pay anything almost, I remember.
As
It was like $70 per month, so I couldn't pay anything.
Mm-hmm.
And in that period, from I was working at school, blah blah, so changing apartments, and now I remember very well in which apartments I was living. So because that you can't forget in any time in your life, I think. So once, I just to tell a couple of stories of two, I think, or three apartments. Once I was living with a transvestite,
Uh-huh.
He was actually a very famous, it's a college, yes.
Yeah, I'm just, I found that picture of you working with those
yes,
actors.
this
right?
is it. Yes, was a course of the Roman Victuk also.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, that was. And basically apartments, it was difficult to find. So the cheapest one, my friend helped me to find. And it was a transvestite who was in his apartment having 22 birds because he was ornithologist.
22
ornithologist
birds.
is one who is working with the birds and the scientist of the birds. Yes, and these 22 birds, they were smelling awfully, absolutely awfully. You just come and you want to vomit. The first thing. Then you adjust a little bit and it's becoming better. And then we were in the room, three of us. And in that room,
so you were not alone.
One
there.
sofa. Yes, we were. I was with another girl. From also Gnesin college. She was fantastic player of the gusli instrument.
Oh,
Gusli.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, we had this sofa. Like a big sofa. We were sleeping, and another woman was sleeping in another place. When I arrived at him, was a table with a full dirty things, I don't know how it is, but it was garbage on the table, like big, like Savina had at home, like a big garbage table, And I was shocked. I was, my God, what it is? How is it possible to live here? And then he said, we have collections of the spiders. They are alive, like Black Widow and Tarantula and all of that. They are living in the bathroom, in the cans, big cans, the cans which you can see them, and their food is also here, and their food is cockroaches, which are moving inside of the boîte,
Okay.
boîte is in French, inside of the box, And so he feeding them with these cockroaches and
Oh my God.
So I
Very,
couldn't take
nice.
shower.
Very nice.
Yeah. I think it was one of the first apartments. Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
It was exactly 2007. I couldn't take shower. It was 2 weeks I was living there. I couldn't more. So I was going to another station to take my shower to dormitory of Gnesin because there still were my friends living.
Mhm.
And so I was every like 2 days taking shower there. Because I was afraid just that this black widow one was bite me, you know. And then we had funny. We had under our sofa we had the leg of how's the name of that guy of this oiseau, this bird who is putting the strauss, who putting the down head.
Lives in Australia and is very big and runs very quickly. Not
Yes,
not
he puts
fly.
the head down usually
Yes,
when
yes,
he's
yes.
afraid.
Yeah. Okay. I
So-
think that everyone understood. Yeah.
Yes,
It's a huge bird, by the way. Yeah. How could it? Oh my God! How could it live in a?
The leg, I don't know. That was just the leg,
Oh,
which is dried.
not a real, not a big bird.
No,
Oh,
thank you,
ju-
God, no. It was just the leg of this bird, which is laying under the sofa, and on the top of the
This
sofa.
is
when
even
you
creepier,
lay
you know,
like
just a leg of a bird and not a real
this.
bird.
No, I don't know, but he was collecting some things, you know. And then he said to me, "There is a skeleton right here, like you're staying like this skeleton."
Mhm.
He said, "You know, I'm very proud. I did a very good job because this skeleton is just made without any glue." You know, so bones of skeleton he put together without glue, and this is thing I don't know, staying when you lay down, you know, you want to sleep. I can imagine now, you know, if I do some exercise of positive transformation, just like this, and the sink is in front of me, you know. And once was a very funny story. We were scared to death, but it was really fun. We wake up in the morning with Olga, I remember, and I see on the TV tarantula. I look at this tarantula. I said, "No, no way. He escaped. He's sitting on the TV."
Mhm.
I'm telling this woman who was with us, "Is it real one? What we do now?" She said, "Oh no, don't worry. He changed skin. He dropped out his old skin, and I will bring him to my nephew because he's collecting them." So she put the skin on the TV, you know.
Mhm.
It was big TV when it was like a shelf, you know. So I was saying, "No way." Okay. And from that apartment, I moved after 2 weeks. I said, "No, it's enough." And then I remember that I moved to something more or less normal. I lived there for a few months. And then I moved to the apartment with the two girls models.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were, I don't know, blonde, beautiful, with the long, nice legs, but totally damn stupid, completely, you know. So I was coming home, for example, in the evening. They were staying on the chair in the kitchen in the completely darkness, jumping out of the chair and saying, "Hello!" This is like domovoy. I don't know how it's say domovoy. It's
Spirit, some like.
this is some spirit of the home.
Spirit.
Home spirit, yes.
Okay.
They were actually once they scared me pretty much a lot, you know.
So they
that's-
believe that there is like some spirit in the apartment.
They were leaving, yes, they were leaving food because I think they didn't eat anything. But for the spirit, there always was food there upstairs on the fridge. They said to me, the bread and the water we always put, and then some cookies, I don't know, whatever. But I think that, and they told me that he's really eating that. So I suppose at night when they were hungry, they were coming and bringing that things, eating that up. Because otherwise, I remember they were trying to ask me to call and speak in German. Why in German? In that period, I was trying to learn German and trying to prepare my voyage to Austria. I was thinking to go to Austria to study.
Oh. Okay.
Because I understood that with Moscow Conservatory it didn't work. So I want to go somewhere else. And I was learning German language. And they were asking me to call their lovers, I remember, on the phone, speak in German and say, hello, now I went, Jonas, maybe you can help me with how to speak in German. But I was reading the actually fairy tale of Hans Christian Andersen.
So it didn't matter what exactly you pronounced.
Yes,
right?
it was
just random
yes,
words. Okay.
Yeah.
And
After 2 months,
what did they want by that? Why did they want?
They wanted to just provoke their lovers to make them angry, or just to make love, to make fun of them, you know, because they said they will come to them, to him at night, and basically they don't come, they just lie. So all of that they were doing through me. I remember. And then in 2 months, the situation was like that. They didn't pay for apartment. I paid my part. And the host came and said, guys, you are out. I said, but where I go? I don't have any place to live. I mean, come on. And he just basically took us out from the apartment. I mean, with all my stuff. Of course, I have good friends, likely. And so I called my friend. I remember Natasha. She's a very famous now commentator of Formula One. Natasha came with a broken toe. She took all my stuff and she said, okay, let's go to my home. What can I do? Because I'm sitting in the middle of the street at night. I remember it was evening, night, with all my luggages. I don't know where to go. No. In that moment, I was already working in the University of Theatre. Yes, theatrical university. And then, yes, we started again to look in another home, and it was again moving. I don't remember. I remember another apartment also with a very old woman and the man from Tajikistan. And this man from Tajikistan, he was for hers because she lost her son, she lost her husband. And so in her mind, he was sometimes replacing son, sometimes replacing husband, sometimes he was a lover, sometimes in her mind, just it was such a mess. And I remember that I also came and I started to have some strange pimples everywhere, you know, when I had. So it was a clappy, I don't know how they called this.
Okay, such
insects
biting.
Insects, biting insects. After that, you have allergy, you know, everywhere. I was on the cheeks everywhere. And so I had that, and then this guy was drinking something. I remember the vodka or something. I think, yes. And he was coming near to my bed in another room and sitting like this, and I will just sit near your bed. So it was a very strange experience again.
Oh my God, you have so interesting. Like any of these little pictures, you know, from your past.
Oh yes, unfortunately I didn't have
amazing.
Pictures of that period because, you know, I didn't have the phone at this time, I think. I had a Nokia, which was a really first one.
Okay, yeah, but I meant like in this metaphorical way, pictures,
yes,
images from your past, which like each of them.
But like I've got the first boyfriend in my life, and I said told him, listen, I have a boyfriend, please don't touch me, don't come to me, or don't do anything, you know. And so he was not actually, he was gentle, but it was a bit unpleasant and scary, you know. And so after that, I think we started to work with Dima. Once, yes, it was already 2008 when we started our first performance. I was ready to go to Austria. It was summer, I remember, and Dima asked me, let's go to play. I have a like evening, my art evening. Yes, his own like.
Okay, let's see him. Okay, let's keep this part.
Yes, from Dima. It's actually there is a press conference from the first hour, completely first hour. Performance.
After your first performance.
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, I prepared already for Austria. I did everything. I connected there with someone. I didn't have enough money. Because for Austria is very expensive, and I was going to Vienna. I wanted to go to Vienna. It was very expensive, and I remember my cousin gave me a little bit, somebody I borrowed, and all of that.
But still wasn't enough, right?
It was not enough. If I was arriving there, I think I could have really big troubles. It was adventurous, and actually now I understand that if I did it, I think it will be total fail, in my life. But in my life, I always have something, God, energy, universe who is guiding me. Let's say I will say it's God, So because in some really difficult, crazy situations, it was always like someone taking my hand and going to the right path, And that was in that moment saving moment was Dima. Dima, yes, because he invited me to do this in St. Petersburg, the first performance of his poetry, and whatever he wanted to do. Yes. And he asked me to find music and to maybe collaborate with something to do with music. And I played just classical pieces. I still play that. It's Grieg was the Mountain King version of Ginsburg. It's a really good piece. As 15 years I play, it's always having success.
Yeah, sure.
And we put it together with the poetry of a Russian very famous Tsvetaeva. No, it's not possible to translate, I think. Not possible at all.
Yeah,
Tsvetaeva, poetry, it's very hard. Even in Russian, for Russian people, it's really hard to understand. And as soon as we played the first performance, the producer and everybody who was organizing that, they said, but you should do that. You should really do the spectacle because you should do that performance. It's fantastic.
So first it wasn't Cherepaha that...
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was just the first part of his art evening,
I see. Okay.
And he really, it was success, We had a big success. And after 2 weeks, I remember that I created music for his real own poetry, and in 2 weeks we had already our performance. So our performance we called Turtle. Turtle because of the mythology, because of the ancient mythology, and that he's always saying that turtle, it's someone who is deep in the ocean but living under the shelf. And can come in the shelf, and when he loves or something, he's going out of that shelf. It's very interesting. It's philosophical kind of thing. And I remember that in 2 weeks we were ready to do that performance, and we started. And we had first we had one producer, then second one, then the third one. They were changing step by step. We were changing places, and we started to play all over the Russia. All over the Russia. We were invited a lot. It was big success, and it's still success because when I'm going to Moscow always and come, I change always program a little bit in this performance. You can see some pictures, yes, of the Cherepaha. If you want.
So here are some posters.
Yes. Cherepaha.
Very beautiful.
Turtle, yes.
Very beautiful posters.
Yeah.
You're like a real actress here.
That's what I love. I love to mix. I didn't find yet the right way to mix my music with artistic.
With acting, like on
acting.
stage.
Yes, with acting, because with someone else it's easy to do, but alone it's not the same, So and basically, what I remember, yes. We started to play everywhere, and that's brought me first a good source of money because I was living on it very well, how to say very well. I was living at least. Struggling.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, I was not struggling, and so it was really good moment. We were living already in normal apartment for a while. I think with the guys from Gnesin. It was from this from Conservatory University. It was good guys. We were 2 boys in one room and 2 girls in another room. So we were supporting each other, and it was much better. And then I was passing exams to Conservatory, of course, again. So Conservatory started again.
Okay, I'm just
Oh,
finishing
because I
pictures with Dmitry Bozin, the actor. Very beautiful. Yeah, you can see
yes,
how much
Dima is
inspiration it was, and he's wow. Oh, okay, that's a nice
yeah,
portrait. He's
Dima
so
has
sexy.
also.
You, by
Yes,
the way, you
this
are,
is yeah.
and you
He was
too.
dancing there. It was very nice, very interesting. Yes.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, reading poetry, right, and dancing and acting, and you were playing piano and acting a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was trying to act. Yeah, this one.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And yes, so
I'm sorry,
we,
I stopped you in the middle of the phrase.
yeah, I already forgot where I was actually. But
Okay.
I remember that yes, it was good period. I mean, I was playing and
Yeah,
everything
and
and trying.
entry into the
Yes,
conservatory, right?
yes, but what's interesting, I changed my decision before because before Dima's performance.
You
Yes,
wanted to go to
when we
Austria.
started that, I was going to Austria. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I had one night, or I think it was like 1.5 night, to decide that I need to change my decision. I'm changing totally.
Mm.
And I went. I remember to sleep, and I said, okay, I will stay in Russia. I will do this performance with Dima. So I canceled everything, all my visa appointments, or everything I canceled. Yeah, in one night, because I understood it will be not the right decision. Yes, if I will do that, it will be not the right. And we started, yes, working. Then I tried to pass the first year of exam to Conservatory. I remember there was the person who you gave me, Merkulov, who was helping me a lot. Yes, from Conservatory. He was a Methodist, but he was working also with
Professor. He's a professor from Conservatory, but teaching the methodics of teaching. Actually,
yeah, teaching methodics of teaching.
Yes,
and he helped
me. And history of piano performance. Yeah.
Yes. He helped really a lot with trying to be in the form, because it's very hard to keep form of your good playing piano if you always struggling to survive, changing apartments.
Of course, and
I was living in one side of Moscow.
Did you have piano at your apartment?
No, I didn't have piano, so I was moving from one side of Moscow 2 hours to another side of Moscow just to practice, and then 2 hours back, and like this every day, 2 hours there this way, 2 hours back. Sometimes he was giving me opportunity to play in Moscow Conservatory, and this was it was incredible. Merkulov did a lot of things also. Again, Yulia helped me to come to Moscow Conservatory, and by the way, he made a big also role in that I passed the exam and got accepted really also. And I remember that the first time I tried to pass exams to Moscow Conservatory, it was the second year after my study in college. So I finished college, I graduated, 1 year passed. I tried to pass the exam in Conservatory. No, it didn't work. I tried Gnesin University, it didn't work. I tried another university, how it's called, Jewish university, how we called it? Еврейка.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's.
I don't know how it's in English either.
How it's in English actually? Yes, Maimonida. Yes, it's Maimonida. Yeah, it's a university.
Okay.
Maimonida.
Musical university.
It's like the conservatory is on the top, then goes the Gnesin, then goes this one. Because Gnesin is top for other instruments, but for piano it's always conservatory.
Conservatory, yeah.
Yes, conservatory. And it didn't work. I was kicked out from everything. I think also because I was not so ready. I was not in the good shape. And second year, when I tried again to pass the exams to Conservatory, who helped me? Yulia's husband. It's again this family always making some big changes in my life. So Yulia's husband is a very famous pianist. The people from the United States can see him, and from Russia too. Slava Greznov, his name. Now I'm playing, by the way, his arrangement of Rachmaninoff Polka, fantastic, which got 5 million views on YouTube.
5 already? Oh.
Yes, almost 5.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm telling you that your husband having 5 million of views.
Okay.
Yes. And so he was preparing me once in 2 weeks, every Sunday, every second Sunday, he was giving me lessons and preparing me to come to Conservatory. And I remember that we chose Anastasia, my professor, who is now teaching in Boston University
Mhm.
and in Moscow Conservatory at the same time. And
he also gave you lessons for free, as I remember, right?
Dima, Slava?
No, the
Anastasia.
Yeah.
Yes, Anastasia is his principal. He never takes money.
Yeah, which
He
is
doesn't
very
do that.
rare, because usually professors very willingly take money from those students who are going to enter, right?
I think Anastasia doesn't do that, and I understand why. Because if you take money, then you obligated to do something, you're obligated to promote your student. But Anastasia he's too far from that promotions and everything, he's not really in that business. He doesn't like that. He likes to be in art, He will help students, but it will not be that like I will try to help you to kick out someone else, like it's in our business, musical. So he just helps in sense of music and in sense of making you better, but not in that business, So that's why I think he doesn't want to take any money, because it's also you take money, you promise, a little, somehow.
Some people might think.
So he's more like honest with us and with himself. And basically, yes, he Slava prepared me, and I came. I remember that behind my back was sitting really good pianist now, Pasha Kolesnikov, one of the most young promising talents in UK also, but not in UK. I think he's quite a bit famous. He just played now Goldberg variations on the prom, this proms, this festival, which is a huge one. Yeah. And this guy was sitting behind my back and listening to my first playing for Anastasia. I remember. But I was worried a lot. But he said, I like how you do. He said like this. Yes, I like what you do. And he accepted. I will give you some lessons, and so you can pass the exams. And I passed the exams, and this started my new period, very beautiful one.
Okay.
Of
so
Moscow Conservatory.
Here we have a picture of you playing together with him.
On the
second piano. Yeah, in the Conservatory, Rachmaninoff.
He was really nice, good teacher. I mean, it's not good teacher. He's just fantastic musician, unbelievable musician. His imagination and sense of how he feels music, and how he can transfer his thoughts. It's incredible. But I think I was not so ready for his level, because yes, when I came. First 2 years, I started to understand him well, and after 2 years, I think, because I was not ready technically, I was not ready in my mind also, but technically most, because to be ready to do what he asks, like could do Philip Kopachevsky or Pasha Kolesnikov, these people, they were such a free in their body and everything, they could do with their hands everything. They had all skills, and I didn't have that. I didn't have that skills. First, because I started late to really play normally piano, if you say. Then I had such a troubles with also body and with all of that. And then I had a big break again with when I lost my form and just repeated pieces. Always the same ones, just to keep some pieces which I could play actually, Then with Dima it went a little bit better, because I was performing the same things also for long periods. Then I was changing already inside of the program something. And yes, of course, when I arrived, I was thinking, my God, he will teach me, but I'm not ready to do what he thinks. And so I was looking for other advices, other musicians. I remember I found Elizaveta Ginsburg. She's fantastic. Philip suggested to me to come to her, and she was working with my hands, with my posture, with my body. Yeah. And after, when I started to feel better my body, then I could do what Narcissian was asking me in music, because music, it's in his eyes, it's theater, and to make this theater, the cinema, he was always comparing it with the cinema, with 3D projections. Every piece, it's the masterpiece art, like a drawing. I don't know. He was doing that with us, and of course it was inspiring. I don't remember any lesson with him that could be really like boring or not interesting. It was, every lesson was wow. But all of us, I think, were scared to come to him. We were all scared. We're shaking inside, oh my God, we will come. I was taking a valeriana, 10 pills before. Yeah, just
Really? Oh
yes, 10 pills like this. And then just to come to play. Because yes, he was never screaming, but such a strict face,
Oh.
Just, okay, start. He was laying like this with music in front. Later it was already iPad.
Oh, okay.
Because in that period it was no iPad. Later it was iPad. And he was like, so start to play, and you were like, eh. Yeah. But it was good. It was good. After 3 years, I started to understand him well. We got better connection with him personally also. And I graduated with success. Also, it was very nice.
But by the way, you didn't mention what did you do with your documents? How did you overcome
I have to put my battery, because I see the computer is going.
Yeah, sure.
My daughter almost dropped computer on the floor, and all of that was, my husband was not too happy with that. But now I see that I need to connect it.
Okay.
Because otherwise we will lose connection. Yes.
Okay, so how did you overcome other obstacles? Because professionally, you could become prepared for entering the Moscow Conservatory, but you had other obstacles too, right?
Yes. Other obstacles, you mean like financial and
the official, like I mean, to be able to study for free.
Yes. I passed already. I did my passport. Yes.
So
because I graduated college, I had opportunity to make a Russian passport without problems. So in Crimea, I've got Russian passport in the Crimean embassy, and then then I could yes.
So after that, you could officially study and
yes,
work.
Officially yes, I was already Russian.
Okay.
Imagine, and then I graduated Moscow Conservatory in 2014, and I remember that in 2014, Crimea became Russia, and so all the passports automatically became Russian. I said, my God, 5 years ago, I was struggling to get this Russian passport. I was waiting so long, and now, yes, it is. So yeah, it's crazy with this politics. Of course, it's changing whole the lives of the people immediately. And I graduated Moscow Conservatory, and that's became funny. My love stories,
Okay, the most interesting part. Hey guys, if you thought that we were going to talk about music only, no. Okay, so.
Yes, so graduating Moscow Conservatory. In the end of my graduation, I was planning before that I was gonna leave Russia, because I knew that for a musician in Moscow, it's quite hard life, because we have too many musicians, too many good. The city is too big. I don't have apartment there. I don't have home. So I said to myself that no, I don't want to live in Russia. So in my mind, I was thinking already that I will be somewhere else. I didn't know exactly where. And like it happened, maybe actually it happened because I was wanting so much to go to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I was finding the way to go, not like really it was like my bad intention, but it happened like this, yeah. That I fell in love with the people, with a person who was a very famous musician, one of the most famous double bass players in the world, let's say. And he came to Moscow, and we met accidentally in the theater. Where he
Accidentally,
was
okay.
accidentally, yes,
Yes.
because I was practicing in the room
Yeah.
where it was belonged to him,
Mm.
but he was in the rehearsal with orchestra.
Mm.
And I just came, and he came back, and he said, "Oh, hello, who you are? Why you are in my room?" I said, "But here's the piano. I usually come here. I don't know what happened." It's in the theater. I was coming quite often in Stanislavski theater. I was coming quite often to practice there because it was two rooms which I could come easily without taking keys. So were two good pianists. And we met there, and then we started to talk, and blah, 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 blah. In 2 weeks, I already was in Romania, I remember. And then I was already in United States. And I arrived to Arizona.
Okay, now let's see
Yes.
some pictures.
And I fell in love, and he was unbelievable musician, such a great musician.
Arizona,
He is
just
still,
a moment.
by the way.
Let's see the Arizona
Yes.
here.
And yes, he did a really. But yes, I will not mention his name because he's too famous.
It's okay, but we can
Yes, but
talk without names. By the way, is this on this picture? Well, you probably don't see it yet, but is it the Grand Canyon?
Yes,
looks familiar
Grand
to
Canyon
me.
of Arizona. Yes.
Yeah, looks very familiar to me. Okay, and other places?
Yes, the Grand Canyon of Arizona. Exactly. Yeah, I was there, and basically, we started to play with him while you're showing pictures. I will tell the stories. So we started to play with him a lot. We were living together. We started to travel a lot. We went to Hong Kong, to Brazil, to Mexico. We played in the United States. Where else? I don't remember. Yes,
the picture from Hong Kong.
For 5 months, we were not too long together. It was like 8 or 8 months. Okay. Yes, and 5 months, which I lived really with him. We were traveling a lot. But then he's kind of genius, and genius is having quite difficult characters. So I couldn't live anymore. It was difficult
to handle his character. Right?
Yes, because he was too jealous, and I mean, it was not easy at all for me. And I said to him, "I'm sorry, but I have to finish that story and come back." And this is one of the main points where it was like I started to follow the dream, like to play on the stage, to be
but you played on big stages, right?
Yes,
with him. So
also be protected by men, to be a little more stable, because it's always this kind of struggling alone, fighting for life, It's also, it's not what women should do all the time, because you're losing your women qualities in that moment. You're becoming, I was even more like,
too strong, fighting all the time.
Yes, you become a fighter, fighter for life. And basically, when I decided to stop this relationship, I was coming back to Moscow. I remember from Arizona, hot Arizona. I come to the snow, Moscow again. My God, this weather.
By the way, how was it for you, that big change? I mean, even of environment, right? Because you have cactuses in Arizona.
Yes. By the way, Arizona was not at all my place. Actually, United States for me is quite difficult to live. I mean, I like to visit, but difficult to live. Maybe because I was not in the all United States. Yes,
Yeah.
I saw just a little part. I lived in a little part. I lived in Arizona, and then I lived in Wisconsin. You know, it's completely opposite two parts. You know, and I don't know, but somehow it was not easy for me. You know, I didn't feel that that can become my home.
And also, you came
Yeah.
to the United States without knowing English, right?
No, I didn't know English. I started already to study. I was already doing it. I was doing lessons with someone. I was because I knew that I want to go somewhere, and I decided English will be everywhere good. So I studied English, and yes, in United States I learned it very well with him also. First with him, then with another one. But yes, yes, and
Okay.
when I decided to stop, it's basically like I cut it again all my life to start
Again,
it from
you had already
zero.
plans. You had already like
Yes, we
a
already
place
were
to
set
live
up,
and so on, and you had
place to live,
concerts,
set up everything. But actually,
like
it
a
was too fragile.
career.
Everything was too fragile with visa, with all of that stuff, you know, because then when it comes to move from Russia to United States, it's becoming you know how it is. It's a lot of documents,
Not easy.
and they have to be really perfect. And I'm not sure it was my documents were perfect for that, and his documents were perfect. I was not sure that's about that.
So he wasn't American too, right?
He was American.
He was American.
American.
Okay.
Yeah, for many years already American. But something was
anyway.
Something it was not clear for him to bring me. Maybe in financial situations, you know, because if somebody wants to bring me from Russia to United States, they have to be really good.
Yeah, there is an obligation. You have to show
Yes,
that
yes.
you have money to
Yeah,
support
exactly.
another
And I
person.
think that was a problem. I think, but we didn't touch that subject yet because it was not the main subject. And so I arrived back to Moscow again. My friends, it's the family who always helped me during many years, and they still do. It's a family who, I don't know, anytime I needed house, I was going there. It's what, and still now, you know, when I arrive, I come to them. It's like my mom and dad, you know, and my
Moscow.
sisters, you know. Yes, it's very close to me people, and basically I decided, okay, what I do now, because I don't want to live in Russia, so I have to make a plan. And I started to see where I can work in which countries. So I was selecting countries. It was like, for example, China, Qatar, I don't know, whatever, all possible countries where I can come to have a job with a good payment, you know. And I found out that Italy, in Italy, because I met Oksana Yablonskaya, it's a very famous piano teacher.
Russian piano teacher, but
yes, the Russian piano teacher. She's very, and I told her my story, that I need somehow to go out of that situation, and she proposed me to study with her student, who is actually a really good musician. He's a really good teacher, by the way, Maximiliano Mainolfi, and there is one. Jonas, I don't know if he's still with us because it was too long already, I suppose. I'm already left. Yes, it was about 3 hours ago.
It's okay, he can continue watching you later because we'll have the recording. Yes, so you guys can watch it in parts if you want.
He was studying with us with Massimiliano. And in Italy, I found opportunities that I can have a scholarship. And so Massimiliano was helping a lot to get information, to get the scholarship and all of that. And I had a friend, Olga, from Italian embassy who was trying. I met her also by accident, was doing just giving documents to her and Italian embassy. And
looks like you are very lucky, you know.
Yes, I'm very lucky.
Adventures.
Yes.
Because
yes, I always very lucky.
You meet people so easily. Or is it your character? Probably, yes. Is that you are open.
Maybe.
You are
Yes,
very open.
because I think it's possible. I think because I think it's possible to have miracles, to have people to meet like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's happening, I think.
Yeah.
Just because I know it's really exists.
Mm-hmm.
And it was doing. She was in the window taking my documents,
Mm-hmm.
and I was putting them, for the visa. I remember
Mhm.
Italian
Mhm.
visa or something like that. And I told her, I'm working. I don't know. Somehow she started. Oh, you're a pianist. She just looked at my dossier,
Mm-hmm.
and it was written that I'm a pianist. I said yes, and she said, okay, I like now. My daughter is playing piano, and blah, blah. And we started to talk a little bit through this window, in embassy.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her that yes, I'm working also with Dmitry Bozin. She said, but I'm big fan of him. She said to me, and we became friends. In 1 hour, we were sitting in a restaurant eating, and she was helping me a lot translating document to get scholarship in Italy. And so I got a scholarship. I went to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also not so easy because Italy is much more expensive, than and so even with scholarship it's not enough. So I was trying to teach to get some money or something.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, many people helped me. Helped me. Dima's father, he gave me just 2,000 euros to fly to Italy and to be able to start my studies.
I see.
Just like this, 2,000. People were giving me 1,000, 2,000. Like just money. Really like this to help me as much as possible.
Wow.
I think because some of them were telling me that because we are doing investment to make you because you want to follow your dream. So you want to do that. So we want to help you to make it.
Yeah.
And when I arrived to Italy,
Let's see the picture.
I was in completely different environment. So nice, happy, really, really nice. And I started to practice. I remember that I met Jonas, who was there now recently in our chat.
So he would
yes,
go.
Look, this picture of you showed just now with my teacher. Yes.
Okay, now I have
Exactly.
the picture of your friends in Italy, I suppose.
Yes, it's one of them is Massimiliano. Yes, it's him.
Oh.
Look, the man with black hair, curly. It's my Massimiliano.
Oh.
And Jonas, it's the one who is near
I see.
him. And then we had, do you see the friend which I'm hugging? She's Korean, but unfortunately she died a year ago from cancer.
Oh.
Yes, it was very
sad,
shocking for us because it was picture. We are so happy here. We just met. It just arrived. Like it was first days. Then when I arrived, we met. Yes, Jonas was so small. Yes, and yes, I arrived, and it was very good period. It started calm, nice period. And when I arrived, what is more interesting, I was living in dormitory, but it was a big university. It was not conservatory. It was big university.
Actually, this picture shows that place you lived in. Right?
Yes, it's a dormitory of. Yes, you open your window and you're looking the mountains.
Oh, very beautiful.
After Moscow, it was Alps. Yes, Alps. It's Trento. It's North Italy. And what was good that I was in dormitory on the first floor. I remember, and they put me in the floor of men.
Oh.
So I met Italian, beautiful, handsome man. I was like, huh? I was walking on the corridor. We had a big corridor. And the rooms were each one had his room, and the kitchen was for everybody. I don't know where's my photos of that period because, by the way, I should have shown.
Should have.
Yeah, with these guys, with these guys because I love them, And one after another coming. One's playing rugby, so he's like really, because it's not musicians, you know, it's really
okay, yeah, any
guys,
profession.
you know, from real life. So, and they are so handsome, everybody. You know, I was so surprised, and it was really nice because every evening we were in the kitchen singing songs, laughing a lot. I was learning with them Italian language because
And again, you came to Italy without knowing Italian, right?
no, I never know any language when I come to country, but I learned it in some time, let's say like 6 months maybe.
Just talking to people, you're learning.
Yeah, yes, just
Somehow.
talking to people.
Mhm.
And I learned it when people can't speak English.
Mhm.
Then I started try to speak Italian, for example. And then yes, it's a
Mhm.
step by step coming
Mhm.
language forming in the brain.
Mhm.
Yes, and that's it. It was just good. You know, it was first year was fantastic. I mean, the second year was a little bit more difficult with again with the finances. I
Mhm.
remember
Mhm.
because I needed to my scholarship arrived too late. It was different system how the money arriving, so I was shocked. I didn't have any money again.
Mhm.
But I met again someone who helped me, and it was now. Let's say it will. He didn't yet. We couldn't have the opportunity, but it's a godfather of my daughter now.
Oh.
Yes, Antonio.
Oh.
It's a man who really helped me. The second year I met him, he helped me a lot in my life. He helped me with all the documents because to deal with Italian bureaucracy, it's you can get white hair after 1 year completely, you know.
Mhm.
And yes, it was really helpful. And then the second life story, a big one.
Mhm.
I meet American guy in Italy, who's studying with me, is playing saxophone. He's much younger than me, 6 years younger. And for that age, he's 24, I'm 30.
Mhm.
And we have like a relationship starting because he's like, I want to marry. And actually, he
He
was.
convinced you, right?
First, I was not. I didn't know. I didn't know because we met each other when I was in situation when I needed help. I needed how to say to have someone with me in another country.
Mhm.
When you feel, then you feel kind of not alone there, because
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
another country anyway. Even if you have plenty of friends.
Mhm.
So, and he needed also someone who will take him out of his depressions and everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
So at that moment he was depressed, yeah. And when he met me, I was like a light in his life,
Mhm.
the same was actually for the previous one. It was always light, and they were always saying to me that I'm a light of life, you know and I took him out of that situation, and myself too. And he was helping me also a lot. And of course he could help me also sometimes financially too, because he had much more opportunities than me, and much more not so stable, but still better. American better than Russian anyway. I think.
Okay.
And but he left he didn't finish his study. He didn't finish, and he left after, I think, few months. I think, and so we were on distance already, in a relationship on the distance.
So
I
he
just was
was in the
coming.
US and you were in Italy, right?
Yes, he was in US. Actually, at certain point, my relationship, it's like if I think, I will put parallel with my father, because what we think about our father in our head, that's what's happening with us in reality with men. That is my conclusion, because this is a man which you meet usually, the imagination of how father was in your head. Father can be whatever, but in your head.
In your head.
For example, I had all relationships basically on the distance, always, more or less, but on the distance. Yes, I was coming, visiting, but not really living with someone consistently. It was always like 2 months we together, then we split for 3 months, for 5 months. On Skype, it's completely different relationship. It can be very good on Skype,
Yeah.
very long, good. But then when reality comes, it's completely different situation. So, and yeah, that's it. I mean, with another guy with whom I started a relationship, we were a lot of time spending on Skype. Yeah. Then he was coming to visit me. It was very nice. Then I was coming to United States to him, to Wisconsin. It was also very nice, but for me it was already challenging. I don't know, but I didn't feel that this is a place I really feel to live. I don't know, something was not matching, something was wrong for me.
No, not at home, right? Like
What? Yes.
at home.
No, maybe because in United States I was with tourist visa without any insurance of, insurance for health. I was, if I had some problem for health, I had big troubles.
Yeah,
to
that's
go to hospital.
That's a huge problem in the United States.
Yes, I was paying a lot of money. I was afraid to be sick, and I was sometimes getting sick, even tooth, like things like tooth I couldn't even do, So for me it was not. I didn't feel safe when I come. So if something happens with me, then I'm in big troubles,
Yeah.
And it always was in the middle of the risk, a lot of things. And basically, I remember that we already planned our wedding. That we decided he proposed to me to marry. I said okay, yes, but inside in myself I knew that it will not. It's not what it is, because when I have now my husband, even with my husband, I think it was not so easy. Some moments, in the beginning. Now it's everything fine. But in the beginning it was not so easy. But I knew when I was getting married with him.
You knew that it was going.
That it's mine. Yes, it's my person. Whatever he's the one. He's the one. That's it. It was obvious for me. And after that. In Italy, when I finished my studies, we were together with him, and then I arrived. What I can do, my visa finishing in Italy, everything finished.
By the way, let's if we're talking about Italy, I'm sorry, I will take it from here, and I want to show just a few pictures from Italy, because you played with orchestra there, right?
Yes. I played with orchestra. It was
I suppose it was also and here you graduated.
Nice.
Here you graduated, right? Okay.
Yes, graduated. Yes.
Okay. And
with a big thing on the concerts. Yes, with orchestra.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the student orchestra.
After that, you were in Moscow, right? Preparing to.
Yes. Look, here I am. Actually graduating my studies, and then preparing to go to United States. So I'm full of enthusiasm. I'm thinking that now will start my normal life. I will have my home, house, apartment, whatever. I will be married. I will have start career there in the United States. I was totally in my dreams, about that. But inside you always know that something is wrong. But you want to live in the dreams. You want to be there, And so, with all of that dreams, I came to Moscow to just wait for my visa. For my visa, and this visa started to be delayed very much because in the United States came Trump. So Trump, all the visa processes. He slowed down a lot. So if before fiancé visa you could do for 2 months, now it took for me 8 months.
8 months. Just
8 months.
Just to wait.
Yeah, just to wait. And this is period. This was very hard because I didn't have work. Some little small things like I could play with someone. So I don't have work. I'm waiting for the visa. I'm sitting in Moscow. I don't want to go to work for a company or some like a school, music school or something.
Yeah, because you know that you
Because
will
I'm
leave.
thinking tomorrow will come visa. Tomorrow will come visa. So it's not like if I knew that I will have 8 months, you know, in front.
Of course.
In 8 months, I can have real work. I was thinking it will come now, August. I came in July, I remember. For July. Okay, August it will be, September it will be, October. No, it doesn't come, it doesn't come. It delay. We met already in Italy with him once. Spent some time there. Was okay, it was good.
On purpose just to meet, because
yes, on purpose just to meet, during the waiting visa. Then I came back again. I was waiting, and now that moment I remember very well still. It was February. I was trying for how many? I think the documents started to arrive step by step from United States. Approvement that they can book appointment. That's what it is. Yes, they approved that we are for us to get this fiancé visa, but then we needed to book appointment. I needed, and in between Russia and the United States, it was troubles.
Some tension.
Because Putin sent some diplomats out of the United States or out of Russia, and the United States sent someone back, and so the embassy stopped working normally, really. And I couldn't book anything. I was thinking for the visa K1, which is a fiancé visa, it's easy, but no, it's not at all. And so I was sitting, I remember I put a bot and I was sitting and looking 2 weeks like this in this computer just to click, because you have 2 seconds, you know, really literally 2 seconds to click. Once I skipped that moment, I remember I was crying like crazy, you know, because I already was I almost booked it, you know, and somebody took it. And then
that's
I remember I did it finally I did this. I booked this appointment, and I was coming. It was 2 days before, I think, or 3 days maybe, or maybe 1 week. I don't remember. And so I was ready to come. I did already some exams of the health, which is costing me 500 euros, you know, just to examine it all for this visa. I did a paid for visa, which is also not cheap.
Yeah.
And I was ready to go. It was, as I remember now, 5 March, the appointment. And my fiance calling me 4 March in the evening and saying, "No, I'm afraid we can't marry. Don't come." He was in panic, you know, in a panic attack.
Right
no,
before the date you had to go to get the visa, right?
Yes.
Finally.
It was not even 24 hours. I couldn't even cancel appointment because it was not even 24 hours before to cancel, you know, because usually if you want to change something, you do it 24 hours before. And, you know, in that moment, I think my world went under the roof, you know, or under under the ground, you know.
Upside
it was
down.
like under the ground. Yes, I just remember that I was so shocked that I couldn't move. But then it's, you know, it's like it's kind of shocking, suddenly shocking events, you know, when they make a huge stress for your body, like, you know, your all the system, like earthquake.
Yeah.
And I sit down, and step by step to me came my thoughts, and I understood, my God, I'm in Moscow, in my friend's house, without job, without money, and without my fiance anymore. So I was like,
all plans
I don't
ruined.
know.
Yeah, all dreams ruined.
Yes,
Yeah.
everything. It's just 2 years like I was in peace, and then bam, you know, everything. But because that's why I'm telling that we need to listen our intuition. if something tells you inside it's wrong, it's wrong. Because he was not bad guy, he was a good guy, but he was too young when he this all things came to his head, on his head, you know. It's a lot of maturity. Yes, it's maturity to keep going with a support a woman to bring from Russia when you are 25. You know, he was a dreamer, you know. This boy is a dreamer, you know. He thinks the life is like that, you know. You step on the knee, you give the ring, and then that's all how he did, by the way, you know. And then we are in the fairy tale, you know. But actually, from that moment starts the real life, and this is a quite hard life, you know. And so he just was scared, like a boy, like, you know, like a boy. Just he put himself in his shelf and ran away. That's it. And so
yeah. Usually, you know, in the movies, these are girls who run away from their wedding. Like, you know, this is a very, very typical movie plot. And in your case, it was a little bit opposite. Okay, now we can laugh a little bit at this, but probably at that time it was not that funny.
But it was not laugh at all, because I understood not like maybe somewhere inside I really felt that it's better. I really felt phew, you know, because
still you had to accept it, right?
Yes, of course. We had good relationship. We were gentle with each other, but I knew that it's not my guy. You know, I felt it inside, but I didn't believe myself. I was trying to tell myself, no, you're not right. He's good. He's nice. He's like that. You know, when your brain is telling you, but your feelings are not. And when it finally came to that decision, at some point I felt it's better, but in the same time I knew that I need to start again.
You were broken
again, you know. But of course miracles are happening. So my friend, because I couldn't stay anymore in the apartment of my friends, it was not possible, you know. I'm living almost 1 year with people. I mean, it's their home, it's family, you know. They need also their space and everything. So I started to look for another opportunities, and opportunities came very quickly. Basically, my friend, she told me that she has another friend who has a apartment in the area of Moscow, Mytishi, and nobody lives there. And so we met with that friend, and she told me, but welcome, please take keys, go there for free. You know, I said, for free? She said, yes, you can go. When I arrived, there was the apartment which needed a lot of reconstructions. So I was painting the walls and everything, you know, because I could live in how it was, but I like when, after Italy especially, I like when it's aesthetical, nice, you know. After Italy, it was a hard move for me to go somewhere where is not nice environment for me, you know. So and she said, oh, I'm so happy that you will do that, because I don't live in that apartment for forever, she said. And I actually want to sell it or something, you know. And basically she said the ex-husband was living there. So and I repaired it, and they started to live there calmly a little bit, and started to look for new opportunities again. What can I do again? How to start life? So again, I knew that I will not work in Moscow. In that moment, I was going to Stanislavski theater to practice every day. I was coming from Mytishi to...
Still, you were practicing, even though you didn't have any concerts planned, scheduled? Like
concerts, you know, remember, 5 March this happened, 17 April, I played a solo recital in the Yamaha Center. And I played 31 Sonata Beethoven. By the way, very good, I think. Not bad I played this recording, because it was such a inside of me, everything. because
you,
the concerts and the music,
you express
yes,
your feelings in music, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Because if I was not doing that, otherwise I had already nervous tick everywhere. To be honest, I had a nervous tick on the eye, on the shoulder, on the leg. It was everything, tick, 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 you know. Was all the muscles were yes, I was on the border, I think, of the nervous how to say this,
break
crush. How to say, yes, I don't know how to say it. And but I was going to practice every day because I wanted to prepare for that concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this concert. It was very good, small, you know, during the day. Remember that was, but it moved me for new, how to say, to reboost my energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I started to look for opportunities again, from beginning, like it was before Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Looking all the countries where I can study or live, but I didn't want to study, but to teach,
Work
to teach,
or teach.
to work,
Mm-hmm.
to work,
Mm-hmm.
to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Started to record things for China again,
Oh,
and
China.
then really interesting false contract in China. Yes.
Yeah,
And one, my friend Sasha Shaikin, you know him, maybe Shaikin, very good pianist from Moscow Conservatory. He said, you know, there is someone looking for a teacher in China, so you should contact that woman. And I was contacting Eleonora Tiplukhina. She's a fantastic pianist, also very good one. And she said, you know, Anastasia, I have an opportunity to work in China because my her son is very famous. How it's called? Oh my God, guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's very, very famous. Anton Davidian, maybe you know that he's jazz,
Mm-hmm.
and he was working in China,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to join him, but because of the health problems, she said she can't, she couldn't, and she told me, try to meet these people, and maybe you will go and be instead of me in China. Yes, look, this is a woman. To whom I signed the contract to go to China, and then started craziness because actually I started to understand that contract is really not honest. Something is false there. There is, if you it helped me, my friend who is doing jewelries, you know, he said he worked with a lot of Chinese companies. And he said you have to be really careful with when they propose something. When it's not really school or university, when it's somebody like from private, you have to be really careful because you can go in the place where they will really put you in, you know, not in the jail, but they will use you.
In the
and then
when you are like a slave?
Yes, slave. They will make you a slave. And we started to look at this contract. I even showed my friend from Hong Kong. I asked her, can you look at this contract if it's something wrong there? She looked, she said, well, no, I think it's everything fine because contract was written in Chinese and translated a little bit in Russian. And I said, no, something's still wrong because, you know, everything, if, for example, if I offend the culture of China, Chinese people, I have 100% not how you say this penalty. Yeah.
Wow, 100%.
100%.
And what does it mean to offend Chinese or whatever people or culture?
Yes, that's what means. That you don't know what it means, you know.
Yeah. So they basically they can take your salary for anything.
Yes, they can say that I said to someone something and the salary is gone, you know. And so you work without salary.
Very convenient. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I think that's enough to cancel that agreement.
Yeah. Every step in this contract was 100% of salary. 100% of salary. No. And at some moment, I started to talk with these people. I said, you know, no, something is wrong. I will not go. And group of people, because I already was not in WhatsApp or something. I was in WeChat, you know, because it's Chinese, you know, WeChat.
Yeah, WeChat.
And it's WeChat. I was saying, okay, I need to. They start to attack me, you know. They start to attack me and like, what are you doing? You're a bad girl. This is a good woman. You are offending her. Why you don't go? I said, but something is wrong. I don't want to go anymore. The contract is annullated. I said, because I just was scared. I felt that something is wrong. And they really, it was short, but we were together with Eleonora. We were talking always. We are still talking sometimes in Facebook, and I loved her. She's a really good woman. We supported each other in that moment, but I was thinking that it will be an opportunity, but no. And so I was continuing to. It also took, by the way, a lot of nerves and energy from me. It's in another hard moment, when something like this happens. And then I applied for the ship to work on the cruise ships. I was thinking, yeah, it's a good opportunity to work on the cruise ship, to make money, and then to go where I want. Because on the cruise ship you never
you don't pay for living. You
yes,
you have food. You have the place to live, right?
Exactly. You have food. You have a place to live. Everything fine.
And you can save money for something else for later.
Yes. And so I sign up for this, and actually in June I got a call from the agent. They said, we have opportunity to work for you on the cruise ship, Viking cruise ships. It's a very good cruise ship, six-star hotels, basically.
6 stars.
Okay. 6-star, yes. It's really high level.
Okay.
And there is was the piano in the middle of the hall, Steinway, big. Good Steinway. It's not like you are sitting in the angle of something, and playing somewhere for like ambience music. No, it's not background at all. It was a really like good place to play. And I decided, okay, I will do it for sure. I recorded some videos for this agents and for the cruise ship.
Yeah, and let's see some photos.
Yes.
We have beautiful photos.
Yes, but before that, still a story to come. But what? You need visa, American visa,
right.
Crew visa.
Oh yes.
I was thinking, my curse to do these visas, my curse to do American visa, and again, Russian embassy with American embassy didn't have agreement, so I couldn't make American visa in Russia, because I needed to wait 1 year to get that, and to get just appointment, and so I didn't have money.
Oh my god, yeah, that's impossible.
Yes. And so I was thinking to fly to Greece to Dmitry Bozin's sister to do this American visa. But then I got proposition, and actually in Greece it started to go to a lot of fires, the fire, it was the
summer,
burning forests and everything. Yes, it was a bad period. And my friend from France, whom I know for many years, because I was coming once in competition here in the city in which I live now, and she invited me here. She said, come here to me. But she also had very very hard moment, because she lost her son, and she was not really ready to invite someone to host, but she wanted to help me as much as possible. And she asked me to come to. She asked the man, her friend, to live in his house, to sleep in his house, and so I could sleep in his house. But this man didn't speak English, so he spoke just French, and he brought with him the man who could translate for him. So the translator is my husband.
No, okay. So this is how you met your husband.
Yes, I came to France to do visa.
Yeah.
I met my
husband. Our stupid politics who made it so difficult for you to get the visa, so that you had to go to France to get it.
Yes, brought me to my husband. Finally. Yes. And when I was here, I actually moved to him with a luggage in 3 days. Yes, 3 days I knew him. I took my luggage. And I came to live with him already here in this apartment which I'm living now. Yes, and then I did my visa. We spent with him some good time. I came to Moscow, but I need to go to the ship because I already signed up to work 4 months on the ship. And I go back to Moscow. He comes to me in 3 weeks. He takes a visa quickly, a Russian visa. He comes to me for 5 days. We spend a beautiful 5 days in Moscow. We fell in love totally, like to each other. And with that thoughts, in October, I'm going, in the beginning of October, I go to the ship. It's completely different world. I'm arriving to a completely another environment, there is, like, it's a quest, you know, I don't know how it could call this, from one place to another. And when I arrived, I was not actually ready that it will be so much job. Because, yes, I understood, I was thinking, okay, we'll play in the background something, a little bit.
Okay, now can I show the picture?
Yes, you can show. By the way, you can show from my first cruise. I don't know if they're watching us, my friend from this cruise. Yes, this is a nice sunset from.
So the sunset, and then you are staying on stage with some other musicians, right? So
yes.
you were not alone there, not the only musician.
No. I had good musicians as well near with me. It was very nice guys who played very well, by the way. They were from Hungary. Yes, and the one behind is walking. He's from Philippines. He's also a very good guy.
And you are with the microphone saying something, so you were
basically this moment came a little bit later. After a few weeks I was not few. Yes, it was I don't remember actually. I need to see.
So anyways, you started.
I will tell why.
You started talking to audience, right?
No, talking. It was another thing. I think it became concerts when it was a little later. Yes, I started to do those concerts. Not first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks, basically, what I was doing is I was trying to prepare a program for 5 hours, and I understood that this place where is the picture, this piano, it's really like on the middle of the hall, you know, people sitting around like this, and it's not at all background. So I need really entertain, you know, I really need to do something, you know. So, and of course, with this all craziness, my hands were not in the good shape again, because I was not practicing regularly. And so I started to push myself to work a lot. So I was playing 5 hours per day or 4 hours per day on the ship, 4 sets. And plus the practicing, and the musicians.
So 4 or 5 hours a day. It was just performing.
Just a concert. Yes, without break. We didn't have breaks.
Oh my God!
We didn't have a day break for 4 months.
This is very hard.
Yes, this is very hard, and it's actually nearly impossible to have that without breaks, because your hands, your body needs to rest one day. You know, if you're playing 5 concerts per day.
And you were not allowed to have rests.
So every musician on this ship having troubles with the hands, big troubles with the hands. Pain everywhere, absolutely. Then it's coming tendinitis, which is very hard to treat after because they overused. And so after actually 2 months, I got this tendinitis. Yes, I couldn't, like if you take, normally I'm having very strong hands. But it was, if you take, for example, lighter, you want to do with lighter, yes? Something like this, or something you want to do, yes? You can't. Your first finger is too weak, you know? You can't do anything with your hands. They're becoming weak so much that you can't even play. You do like this, trying, because...
Oh my God, yeah, I remember that moment you were writing and saying that I have such problems, I don't know what to do, should I stay on that ship? Because
yes, because
like, I have the contract and I can't like cancel it, and what can I do? Yes, it was
yes, the situation was like that 2 months passed, I did already half of job. I got really good reviews. I got really good people around. You can see that from first cruise I had first cruise. It means 2 weeks. First 2 weeks. I've got the friends with whom I'm friends now. Still, maybe she will come or she came. Maybe she's there. I don't know, Gina. If you are there, wave to us. Yes, and there was another two people from United States who came then to my wedding even. Old couple, the really nice one. They came to wedding from United States to France, and yes, it was nice in sense of to meet people, because this kind of people you will not meet on the street somewhere. You will never, For example, I met the person who worked with Steve Jobs, I met the person, Fred Ashman, by the way. He's a big producer, director of movies in California. He's doing, he worked with such companies like Coca-Cola, like American Airlines, It's a kind of big people. Another person I met, he was building engine for the first rocket which went to the space, to the moon with Armstrong.
Wow.
With the first, the astronaut, yes, who went to the moon. And yes, it's incredible people.
Yeah.
These people you will never just like this in the United States. If you arrive, you don't meet them. But on the ship, you have opportunity to talk with them, to have dinner, to play for them music, to I don't know, to really.
Yeah.
Yes, it was many others. There was a man who is a really musicologist from New York. Such aristocratic, fantastic, I mean, it's these memories. And plus, you visit countries which you will never visit. You should switch to the pictures. For example, I was in Iceland or Greenland. In the Greenland, the first 2 weeks we were having this trip on Greenland.
Okay, let's go. Let's see the pictures. So here you are playing like backwards with the.
Backwards. It already became better after this became my show, because I was playing first as just a resident pianist, but then they started to ask me, the cruise directors, they started to ask me, please, can you do the show? I said, okay, I will do. And I started to play real concerts, like small shows. It was first 30 minutes and 40 minutes. Yes, and then I started to do the big show. This is what you show now. It's already on the show in the theater. There is a big theater. And
on
they
the
moved
ship,
me.
they have a theater.
Yes,
on the ship.
yes, the ship, they have everything. You can live there if you want. Yeah. And I started to do show. I created some funny moments. Actually, with these funny moments, it helped me. My friend, he's like comedian and illusionist. Doing some tricks with hands, like with cards and all of that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He works on the ship. Yes, he works on the ships. And he told me it could be nice if you take a song, like for example, a very famous American song, Piano Man, and I still do that things. And you arrange it in different styles of different composers. And so I did it. I did it in the style of Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, Liszt, Satie, now Bach,
So that's why you have those portraits.
Yes, those portraits is just, by the way, it's educating people to know the composers very well and their style too. And actually it was obvious that I have that recording on YouTube from the ship. It's not really a recording for presentable for big stage, but it's a recording of having fun on the ship. And yes, it was very good experience. It was a first side of medal, let's say. And the other side of medal, that it was really pain in the hands already. It was growing. After 2 months, I got really big problems. I felt that I can't anymore play, and they don't let me to stop. So what they did, they told me to go to doctor on the ship. I went to the doctor. Doctor gave me some medicament, how to say this?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Mhm.
Yes, medicine, but strong, very strong one. And it was having also made me dizzy a little and pain in stomach, you know. So it didn't help really with the hands. I had another on the cruise ship people who were giving me some laser to work with, you know, with the light, with laser and all of that. No, nothing helped. And then one guy, he was doing massage on the ship, and he was also his specialty is like physiotherapist, physiotherapist. So he knows exactly how and from what comes problems on the hands. And he started to give me massages, you know, but and he didn't take any money. He said it's for you, just for free. I want you to get better, you know. I always find it's always coming like angels, angels in my life, you know. They say, like you are my angel also, one of the angels. Yes, who comes and saying, you know, that's what will help you. I will do that for you for nothing, without any like payment, without any money. And he started to work on my back, on everything, and actually it made big difference. Then I had maybe 1 day or 2 days off because of the sickness, so it gave me 2 days a little bit to recover. And then I started to play really lightly, slowly, without pushing. Then when it's recovered a little bit better, but they were still not completely, you know. Even now I still go to osteopath and I go to kinesiologist, you know. It's, if you know them, they're very popular. I have in Moscow one fantastic one who really helped with the hands, because after that you need to support them all the life. After once they got problems, the problem can come back. And yes, he basically did this for me, and step by step I started again. So the main point was in these 2 months. After 2 months, I was almost quit, but then I said no, I will continue. And I had people, like my husband first told me, he was not a husband yet, he was just a boyfriend. He said to me, no, you have to do that. You will feel better. If you will finish that mission, you will feel better. If you stop something on the middle, you always will regret after. You will feel that you didn't complete something. You will not be proud of yourself. And so he told me, please do it. And I said, okay. But I also, the reason why I wanted to leave so much ship, because I wanted to come to him. I wanted to be with him. And he was telling me, no, you should wait. You should do it until the end. He's actually a very wise man. He's really wise. And I did until the end. And actually, after that crisis, everything started to be better, you know. And then they played it in the theater and all of that. It was really good. I finished on the ship after 4 months.
Let's see the pictures, okay? Because
let's see the
we just
pictures
talked we just started. Okay, this is.
I think everybody already got sleepy, you know, because it's here in France. It's
okay. Let's.
After midnight.
Oh my God! You have to go
Yes.
to sleep. Yeah.
Imagine in Russia it's 2:30.
Here in the US, it's just 6.
This is a private management.
That's fine for me, but I know that yes, you have.
Yes, those guys. Look, exactly.
Yeah.
If you see, there is a Gina on the how we call near with me, sitting the boy
on the couch, right? Okay.
Yes, on the couch, and near with me, and the handsome boy. It's Blake, and Blake is also here on the in Iceland. Yes, Iceland. And Gina on the other side, a young lady who's smiling, it's his mom. And the couple in between them is exactly the couple who was coming to me, Fred and Connie, on the wedding, on my wedding. Yes, and they still write me.
You're talking about what picture where you're
The
sitting?
picture on the couch
Mhm,
when
mhm.
everybody's sitting on
Okay,
the couch.
so here are your friends from the ship, right? And
Yes, and they still friends. It's already
and you told me
past
that you were
3
not
years.
allowed, the workers were not allowed to
Yes,
have friendship
yes,
with
because there is a codes on the ship. Yes,
rules, like rules,
rules.
right?
Yes, rules. You need to avoid close friendship on the ship with the guests. You can do that after, but not during, because there is can be different troubles come. Different troubles.
I
So
don't quite understand, but okay. But
you don't quite understand. For
you
example,
didn't obey, right? As I
yeah,
can see.
somebody can, for example, somebody from crew area, from crew members,
Mhm,
can become too close to guest.
mhm.
Then the guest will be upset at some point, maybe, who knows, yeah. And he will say something that guy probably steal something, let's say, yes.
Mm.
And then the company has a lot of troubles to they can be sued, they can have a lot of money to pay to just uh,
But it can
support
happen. It can happen like in any case. I don't know why. Why
yes, but
friendship is so dangerous. I don't get it. But okay.
I don't know, but because I think every decision comes with experience. I suppose they had something.
They had experience. Okay.
Yes, they had
So
some situations.
yeah, yeah.
So yes, we couldn't have a friendship, but we made, and we even and this was forbidden to go out with a guest alone. So
Mhm.
crew members can't go out with a guest.
Okay, but you
But
here
we
you I
went.
see that you are out with the
Yes, we are
friends.
out. We are watching geysers in Iceland. We were on Blue Lagoon. It was
Mm.
fantastic day, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
let's
a
see more pictures from there. The
yes, and yeah, it was a moment
what's wrong here?
we really enjoyed.
Okay, there's some
Yes, this one.
pictures from.
Yeah,
Oh,
they said after that to us that you shouldn't do that, but because you didn't know, okay, the first time we will say
forgive
to you,
you. Okay.
yes, okay, but
Okay,
and that's it.
and the picture with you standing like a starfish on the
Starfish, the starfish, yes, it was Bermuda, because I will never come maybe by myself to the Bermuda.
that famous place, which is
Yes, that famous triangle of Bermuda.
uh, where
We passed
everything
this triangle,
disappears.
nothing happened actually.
So you didn't
We passed
disappear.
few times.
Okay, so it's a myth, right? That
Yes,
it's
I think it's me.
Mhm. Okay, but it's so beautiful. Actually, I can imagine that someone would think,
Yes,
"Oh,
there is
I
the
want to
plage
stay
and
there."
the stand. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful. Oh, and this is Greenland, I believe, right? The beautiful,
I don't see yet. Didn't come.
yeah, but
But yeah.
a very interesting landscape. Like nothing, you can't see it anywhere else, I believe.
Yes,
Looks like.
Greenland impressed me. To be honest, it was one of the big impressions, and I think Gina and Blake, who became friends, we were there also. They were also very impressed
Mm.
because it's like you are on the horizon staying. I don't know how to say this, how the feeling to describe.
The end of the world, right?
Yeah, the end of the world. Yes, and
The edge of the world, let's say so.
yes, not the end. Yes,
Hopefully, yeah.
no,
Mhm.
but it's really cold. In October, it was already
Mm,
cold, so I can imagine what there is happening after.
mhm.
And when you're staying, you can hear such a silence. I never heard such silence anywhere because it's an island. There is no cars.
Mhm.
Almost. Yeah, so maybe there is inside of this island, but I didn't see.
Mm.
There is no cars. No, it's island and small island in Greenland. Yes,
Wow.
and you can hear like a bird flying, and the wings like this. It's such impression
Wow.
And plus it's cold, you know, you feel this coldness.
Mm-hmm.
People, I don't know how they are there. Because we,
Coldness
on
is,
the way back, we saw the completely drunk guy. So I suppose they are not so happy because they're a little bit out of the world. The kids are asking money, you know, as soon as ship coming, kids are asking money. Yeah, it's actually, we visited a lot of countries because Iceland, it's a rich country, you know, there is no problem.
And this is the Iceland, I think, the
Yes.
other picture, and the picture with the
No, this is
geothermal-
Greenland. If I see now what
Yeah,
it is.
I'm going further. a little
Yes,
bit,
this
yeah.
is Iceland.
And
It's like really like a moon, no?
yes, and a place with the geothermal waters where you can swim even though it's cold outside, but the water is very hot. I believe.
Yes, it's naturally hot. It's incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, naturally hot water. Yeah, that was one of the biggest impressions, I think, when I visited, because this after that we were going United States, we were going to
And here
this
you
trip started in Norway. Norway. Oh my god. Norway. From Norway, we went. Yes, you showed picture from Colombia.
Yeah, with the parrot on you.
Yes, with the parrots, which are were taken from drug dealers. So these parrots, they are with cut wings, so they can't fly, but they live very well there because they are completely in open environment, and they interact with people. They were walking after me like dogs, you know, to drink water or to get something, to get some treats, you know. Yes, then
Cuba, right?
Cuba, yes,
Okay.
Cuba. It's a very difficult, strange impression. I mean, Cuba.
So this is Cuba.
I'm extremely happy there. Completely poor. You know, they have nothing. You know, they don't have. They even get like in Soviet Union by talons food. You know, sugar, like farine. Farine, I mean, it's
foodstuffs.
Powder, muka. Yes.
Yeah, I see flour.
All of that they get by talons, but they're very happy. They dance always. They have just cigars, rum. That's it. You know. Even if I wanted to eat in Cuba, just outside in the street, you know, it's very hard to find place to find just sandwich. You know, it's really. There is literally nothing. Hot dog maybe, and you don't know which kind of quality it is. So this is a show which I see the picture now. It's a show called Tropicana. It's a very, it's a pride of the Cuba. They have this show for many years. Beautiful, beautiful girls and men also. They're dancing. It's very spectacular. You know, this show. Yeah, it's impressive how they do that. And then I remember they gave us for free rum again. What you can drink always in Cuba, rum. Yeah, they gave us rum and probably with ice cubes. And they said don't take ice cubes because ice cubes can have the not good water inside. Because in Cuba it's a big problem with water. So all our group of people who was there, they got sick. They got sick with stomach, like gastro, you know, some problems. It was horrible. Yes, it's like really, I couldn't, in this day, I remember I couldn't work because I was totally squeezed in my bed, like with a spasm. And there came a doctor and just put a shot for me, you know, of something, yes, strong, you know, to take out the painkiller or so. And after that it was fine. Ça va, was saying it.
Yes, no. Oh my god, yeah, so many adventures everywhere. But you were able to see so many countries where you would probably wouldn't come.
Yes, I would not go to Greenland for sure, just for Yes, I saw really a lot of countries, special ones. But actually, all the Caribbean islands, for example, we were a lot in Caribbean.
Mm.
Mm, its impression is that the areas where the hotels and everything, it's can be nice, but it's poor, and because of that, it can be dangerous too. So you can't go out alone like this. You need to be in the group of people. In Colombia, you can't go out alone. It's always should be a group of people with you. So because it's dangerous.
I see.
Caribbean islands the same. Aruba. Aruba is more or less better because it's a very, very touristic place, Aruba. Yes,
Yeah.
but all of that's, yeah.
And after that trip, long.
After that trip, I came back to Moscow, yes. I was doing my French visa, which was
Okay,
quite
this
fast.
time French is
Again.
yes.
Yes, because visa finished, so I need to do again French visa. Finally, to come back to my boyfriend.
Fiance.
Yes, he was not fiancé at that moment, he
Oh.
was boyfriend. But serious, yes. By the way, I was keeping myself faithful during the trip on the ship, because it's very hard on the ship. People coming, especially men, to have love affairs. That's all. It's for sure. They have double life, many of them. And of course, when comes a pretty girl, even not so pretty, they want something to do, to have
Pianist.
some sex. So basically,
You are the pretty one, okay.
yes, I had success there. Yes, it's for sure. I had success, but they were very upset that I was too resistant.
Okay, so you had already your heart wasn't free.
Yes,
by that
because
time.
I felt that something is what I felt. And
Even
him,
though
I
you
can't
knew your future husband just for basically several days.
2 weeks.
But two
Yes.
weeks. But
Yes, I knew him 10 days, and then he came 5 days. So it was 2 weeks, basically.
okay.
2 weeks, but I felt
You already
that-
knew that it's something.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm telling. That when I understood it's him, you feel it. It's him. Even even with a lot of troubles and these things. Because also he was living alone before me for a long time. He had his habits. He had a completely different life. When I met him, he was 43. Now he's 45. Yeah. He was different than now even. I mean, it was hard for him to adjust. For example, I came from ship to him, visited. I spent with him 2 months, and we had beautiful moments, but we also had a lot of difficulties. Because I wanted like this. He used to live different. I want to change. He's not ready to change.
Of course, yes.
We even had a moment when we just like took a break. I came back because I was too tired. Also, it was too many stressful events.
In a row.
Too tense. Life was like squeezed. A little bit. So I came back to my mom in Crimea, and I rested very well there for 3 months, from April to July. I remember it was 2019 already. 2019. Yeah, I was relaxed. I felt that I'm recovering. I feel that in Crimea, when I come to my place, it's like all the body start to heal, mind start to heal. The energy comes back, energy level. I start to play concerts. I played there 3 concerts. That moment, yes, one after another, like this. And then he invited me with my mom to come to visit him here in Maison Lafitte. And he proposed in front of my mom. He's also very smart, how to do because
how to do
yes,
something.
yes, I was thinking that maybe I'm not ready anymore.
Okay, after your
to be with
previous.
him, because he can't adjust to my requirements and everything. And I was already thinking maybe I will rent your apartment. Maybe I was thinking to rent in Moscow. Remember, I was talking with you about it.
I remember. Yeah.
And I visit him, but not quite marry because I already had experience about marriage. No, I don't want another one. And but somehow I said, okay, no, this time let's go. And my mom said, he's good, you should.
Okay.
And we planned our marriage. It was the planning was on October. On October 2019, we got married in 12 October, and I didn't know yet that I'm pregnant already. So 1 week before, 3 October, doctor said, 3 October, I got pregnant.
Okay, great. Wow.
I came to Moscow to do visa again because it's already visa to be a wife visa. I came to Moscow and I feel strange myself, kind of weird, kind of tired, want to sleep, and the period doesn't come. What's wrong? You know? And then I arrived here already with visa. It was very easy. And what I wanted to say is that everything was easy. To find the dress was easy. I even had the first marriage with my dress problems. With everything was problem. You know, with my first preparation of the marriage. Every single step was problem. You know, nothing was going easily. With Antoine, everything was go easy. Everything. The dress I found quickly. The visa was making quickly. Everything was smoothly. The wedding was perfect.
By the way, talking about the dress, let's see the pictures.
Yes.
These are like
you'll see that.
Must see. Okay, so we go further here. Also beautiful pictures, but not the wedding ones. Yeah, I love those pictures. By the way, very. Okay.
Yes, you can show. I will take my sip of coffee because I think I will now fall asleep here.
Of course, I think we're actually going to the end, right? Because happy end of our.
We are going to the end. Yes, these pictures. Yes, it's Natasha Kistitsina who did. Yes, she's
very beautiful pictures. Here you are with your husband, and some wedding pictures here. And here, and you look really happy, I must say.
Yes, I was happy, and I didn't know in that moment. I didn't know I'm pregnant.
You didn't know? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, I didn't know. I knew that after 3 weeks, I think 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
1 month passed. Yes, it's our wedding. Yes.
Very beautiful dress.
Yes, the dress was perfect.
Everything was perfect, right?
Everything was perfect. Yes, everything was perfect. It's really true.
Yeah.
Really true. But also my husband has 2 kids from first marriage, so I have big family here. They are very good kids, so it's no problem. We have very good relationship. But I mean, generally,
yeah. So you changed.
I was single, nice, single woman with a lot of liberty, I would say, adventures, and then bam, family, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I remember that you once told me that you were not sure that you were going to have kids, so maybe it's not like something for you, right?
Yes, because I was doubting because we couldn't adjust to each other. He wanted to live like he wanted before. I couldn't accept how he wanted before, How men live alone, What I will explain. Men live alone like they live,
Like they want. Okay.
Yes. And so it's a lot of changes for him as well. But actually, this is a thing that just love can really move. Love. Yes, on the horses.
Yeah, horse. And now it's your passion, right?
Now I'm riding every week. Every week I ride horse. It's obligatory to ride a horse for me, and even twice a week sometimes. But it's more expensive because horse riding is quite expensive, especially in our place. But it's okay. I am happy.
But you are giving lessons now, as far as I know. So
yes, but
you
also
can support your hobbies, right?
yes, I can support. But what is we should finish soon, so I will quickly tell the story that we got married.
Yeah.
I understood I got pregnant, so I started to have some small connections about piano here in Paris, but it was very very small. I mean, it's just two people I knew, 3 people I met. and the COVID started. COVID,
Mhm.
we traveled a little. We had our honeymoon in Italy, fantastic. We saw our Il Padrino, our godfather, and we lived with him in his house. Visited a few places again. I came back to Trento, where I was studying in Conservatory. I met again my teacher, Massimiliano. I don't remember exactly. I met him. No, I didn't. And I mean, it was nice. And we come back from this December. I remember from Italy, and in February they say COVID, everything closing, and quarantine and everything. Oh my God! The pictures of the pregnancy and quarantine. You know, you have that with the line or with the park. We couldn't go to the park, but this I think this will come to history later. Now people are very well remembering that period. I think it didn't finish, by the way. Still, step by step, it's better. But Macron,
and especially for musicians, for artists, it's a big problem. It's a huge problem because everything is cancelled.
Exactly, and that's it. It stopped. The life stopped for me. I mean, pregnant baby. Then they little bit opened some concerts, then they closed again, then they open and again closed. I don't have time to find contacts and to find some opportunities as it's again closed with COVID. Then I said, okay, to myself, let's relax. I have a baby. And 1 year I was growing her close to me always. We were together all the time. I had a babysitter, nanny. She's still helping us sometimes. She was coming twice per week for 5 hours and taking Alisa for a walk to her home, and so I could do something to practice a little to keep at least sometimes my form, you know, because it's hard when a baby, small one, takes whole the attention. And August this year we were in the house of mom of my husband. And yes, it's my baby. Now she's a bigger.
So cute, yeah. So how old is she now? How old is she?
She's now 16 months. 16. And yes, we actually, I played already one small concert in August. And this concert was proposed to me in a restaurant. So I said, my God, I want to play really in a restaurant. But then I asked the guys, listen, guys from restaurant, if I can do show really my concert, you know, I will try to keep attention of people. And they said, okay, yes, do it. And I did show, and you know, it was very good. But it was for me nice because I could come back again to practicing. And grandma was helping a lot with Alisa. So during summer, I already was coming back to the shape. And again, Slava, your husband, yes, he helped me with his polka, and we started to work together. And then they invited me again. Now I played again in Bourgogne. I prepared already jazz pieces. It was already for some private event, like an anniversary or something. And then I met by accident a cellist here. She's very famous in France, very good one. Beautiful girl, you know, young, pregnant.
But still playing.
But she's French pregnant, so it's no problem. My Alisa went already to kindergarten because in France it's very early starting. It's actually they start at 5 months, and sometimes it's 3 months, and so you know, she doesn't have problems. She thinks after a few months she gives birth, she will give to the kindergarten, continue her life, her concerts, her job, everything. And
you're playing something together.
I didn't have place because actually I couldn't bring my baby to kindergarten early because it was closed. It was quarantine. You know, nothing was working. No, they were in kindergarten. And plus, I didn't want. To be honest, I wanted to spend with her the first year. Yeah. Now she's going. She's very happy there. bringing a lot of sickness. So we are sometimes vomiting, sometimes diarrhea, sometimes with a running nose.
Yeah,
And
that's
in
always.
circle.
Yeah, when you started kindergarten, it's a disaster a little bit.
Yes,
You think that
disaster
finally
all
I'll
the time.
have time, right, to practice, but not always.
Yes, exactly. I was for 1 month with running nose now. But I met this cellist here because I wrote just announcement that I will do some lessons. And some guy, I don't know who's this guy, he saw this announcement and told me, there is a artist living in Maison Lafitte. You should meet her. Maison Lafitte is our place where we live near Paris. I said, "Well, okay, with pleasure." He sent me her contacts in Instagram. I wrote her. She wrote me, "Yes, we should meet with pleasure." And then she's working a lot. She's busy. She's pregnant. She's having concerts, and it kind of was 1 week passed to second week passed, and then we didn't meet. And then I saw the girl coming in the metro with a cello. I said, "Hey, listen, you are Julie." She said, "Yes, I'm Julie. Yes, I'm catching people on the street,
So again, you are
Yes.
meeting people just like that.
Catching, yes.
Okay,
And,
you have
she
a
said,
special talent.
Yeah, maybe yes, because my husband said I could be a very good commercial comic. But yes, but I don't know how to promote myself. But I will try. I'll try to do it.
Mhm.
And because it's really hard for me to promote someone. Yes, okay, but for me it's more difficult. And I met her and we talked a little bit just in metro for a few stations.
Mhm.
And then 1 week she wrote me, "Okay, let's play concert. There is some private event. I need to play for some person. He arrives from United States to listen to me and to discuss projects and to sponsor like fund sponsor, yes."
Mhm.
And we played. I met there another people, fantastic one, the dancer, for example, with whom I'm trying now to do some also because I wrote some small piece for dancer, and we are trying to make a project with her. It's now in work in progress. She's beautiful, very beautiful girl. Maybe she's there also, Francesca. Oh, Gina, I have been watching you. What a wonderful interview. You are such an amazing woman. Feel blessed you are my friend. Yes, Gina, I also feel blessed that you are my friend. This is from the ship, Gina. Yes,
Wonderful, yeah.
yes. And so we met.
So your professional life is starting kind of reviving,
Yes,
right?
step by step. I want so much. I'm so eager. I want to move it faster, but it's not.
I know,
time.
yes. Knowing you, I can say that you wouldn't be satisfied with the role of just a wife and just a mother, right?
No.
You need something.
No, and my husband is not satisfied if I'm just my wife and mother.
So he
is
supports
really,
you.
yes, a lot. And he's saying to me, "You have to move your ass. You have to do that. Do that. Go to write to the mayor of the city." I also met him on the street. I also caught him. I caught him like this. I said, "Listen, I'm a Russian pianist. I'm living in your city. I want to play for your beautiful city something. Let's do something." And yes, really, the mayor. And he gave me his visit card. So I wrote him already email. I'm waiting still for response. If I will not get from him response, I will go to his colleagues because I already have a student. His mom, her mom is working. Her husband working with him. So I can already arrange something in our city. I will for sure.
Okay.
And then I met Julie, so we're trying to make with her also the cellist.
Mhm.
We're trying to make with her the same things. Yes, also concerts, and we already set up for the spring something. Yeah, she's already ready. She didn't give birth yet, but
Already planning concerts.
yes, she's good. Yes, it's incredible. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why it's so good. Just you can plan really in France. Actually, French government really supports, and this all kindergartens and everything. They're really nice. The staff they're working well. I mean,
so you can trust this system.
yes,
right?
you can give them your kid without problems. I mean, I see my baby. She's not became worse at all. She developed a lot of skills.
Mm.
She really enjoys there.
Mm-hmm.
She does with them the Montessori. So she's really something educational.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she meets another kids. She has friends already there.
Mm-hmm.
Even at that age, 16
Yeah.
months.
Wow, already
She
friends.
understands a lot of things. For example, you can say to her, put it there, bring it here.
By the way,
don't do that.
what
She,
language does she kind of not speak yet?
all
But
three.
Oh,
3 languages.
3 languages. So at
Yes.
home you are talking in English.
In English. With kids, I talk in French.
So you already started talking in French. And by the way, coming to France, you didn't know French at all.
No, usually.
And, okay,
Yes, French I learned actually when I gave birth to my baby, and we went to for 2 months to grandma. And because she doesn't speak English, I started to speak with her French. I took also lessons. I took 30 lessons of French before, but it's not really helping to speak because you a little bit can grammar and everything. You need to speak. You need to speak really, So you're trying to find the word in this struggling and to explain with gestures and all of that, and then like a monkey. And then step by step coming the language. So I learned with her, and after that, yes,
you already give lessons in
now
French.
Now I speak French. Yes, I speak French, but it's not the same as English. I can't express myself. I have lessons usually in English because it's to me coming people who lived in United States or who is Americans or who is British or who can speak English. It's a lot of expats here in our city from. Maison Lafitte is a luxury city near Paris, where is living high class, let's say, high class. Yes, because here is a golf. Here is hippodrome with the horses. It's a horses city, city of the horses. Wow. The name of it.
Oh.
Maison Lafitte. I even got a small statue, for marriage with a horse.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So and now I'm riding horses. Actually, horses saved me because during COVID I was already, oh my God, I need socialize. I need to see people, but I can't anymore to sit in this. Imagine this routine. Yes.
And you had a very strict quarantine in.
Yes, we had strict, very very strict.
Not like here in the US.
1 hour.
You really had to be at home all the time. Yeah.
And it's for a few months, and it's what long, And then with this baby, also sometimes I was getting crazy, just with her, and I can't be myself. I can't play piano. I can't meet people. I can't do anything. And so I told my husband, listen, I need something. I'm depressed. I'm becoming depressed, really. I need something which will move me in another completely new way. And so I decided to do horses. I said, okay, if they don't let us to see people, at least horses I can see, and it's really helped. And first I found a lot of good friends there, new friends. Yes, and I'm still finding. Just 2 days ago, I met a wonderful woman, a Russian woman, Marina, with whom I was galloping in the forest. Really nice one, positive. I mean, I really now I meet every day someone, almost every day new.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So it makes me happy because I always wanted to be with a lot of people. Actually, I want to work and play to be connected to a lot of people, to collaborate with people. It's
I understand.
I have to be there, It's
I understand. Yeah. Okay,
so,
wow, so this is like, wow. Such a movie we watched.
Julie said, now I need the beer, just to relax after that.
Yeah, maybe my tea is not enough already, I need something else. But just to conclude, just a couple of philosophical questions, or maybe not so philosophical. What was the hardest period for you? Because you had so many twists, so many upside downs.
Basically, that's what I told you. When first, when I was without passport, Russian passport, between conservatory in college in conservatory. Second period when I first came back from United States to Moscow, and the third period when I third time came back from Italy. Basically, do not arrive to United States. Didn't arrive to United States. So this is three years periods, because ship already was it was a lot of pleasures there too. You know, so you can't say it was really difficult. I had place to sleep. I had food. So for me, the two main basic things were covered. I know what to eat and I know where to sleep. At least that will be for sure. Mm-hmm. Because that is the most difficult.
And it's enough for you to be happy.
Yes. You know, because when you don't have place to sleep and to eat, you can't think about anything, because it's the basic main thing to just to be in normal conditions, let's say. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. Yes. After that, it comes happy, not happy. Yes, now I can be I'm not happy, but I'm actually live very good. You know, I can't complain now. But sometimes it's not enough stage or something else. You know?
Yeah, I see.
Always something to do.
So actually, the second question we got from one of our listeners, but I want to reformulate it a little bit, because it's like, what is the best life for you? What does it mean, and what is it about, right? To have the best life.
The best.
But probably let's say when you are happy, and I just wanted to I can speak already. Formulate it a little bit in a different way. So you are happy now, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And you had so many difficulties before, but did you still feel happy at that time, or was it did you feel like it was a preparation for something better?
Of course, because when you go back, you look back, it's the first thing which is you understand that this experience making you different person. This actually my experience brought me to be lighter, I think.
So for example, if you had everything smooth and you for example, you moved to France right away and you met your husband right away, like without all those previous steps, would it be the same?
Maybe I would not appreciate small things, you know. I think this kind of experiences, they teach you how to actually appreciate many nice small things. Because I think if I was totally smooth and happy, I would not even be with my husband, you know. Because at the beginning it was not so easy, then you have to adjust to two kids. Mm-hmm. You know, these old things, sort of things. You can't really do if you didn't have the previous experience. So basically, all of that couldn't be if I was not there before, you know, in other places with another people. Mm-hmm. So I think everything what happened it's very good. Yes, it's hard, and of course there is some fear that something can happen again, you know. But not so much, because actually I understand that we are also creating a lot, you know, in our head. Mm. We are creating our
and also when you know that you survived in that circumstances, and like here and there, you can kind of feel that you can.
Yes, I understand that it's always will come opportunity to recover, to find it will come special people again. But it's also difficult sometimes to trust life, to trust God, to trust yourself, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm still working with all of that, you know. For example, now for me, the most challenging part is to come back to play, to stage, because I understand, my God, 2 years I was in silence in my home almost, you know.
Mm-hmm.
From 2019, basically, I played a couple of concerts just, and then silence until August this year, you know. And it still were these concerts which I played this year. They were small.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a really big stage, so I have to work now with myself
Mm-hmm.
to really feel confident back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because how you can get confidence when you play and you have success and you know, okay, I can do something. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
then
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Otherwise, if you sit on your slippers at home and playing something, you are confident, but you
But it doesn't help, yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
but it's not
exactly.
on the
So
stage.
you still have your challenges, right? And
Of course,
you
of
have
course.
your daughter, which is a big challenge for your whole life, I believe. I mean,
I don't know. She's
having
for the moment
children.
she's not a challenge. For the moment she's my teacher.
Mm.
For the moment she's my teacher. She's teaching me how to be mom, how to be patient,
Yeah, exactly.
which
That's
is
what I
not
meant.
sometimes doesn't work. You know,
Mhm.
how to love.
Yeah.
Yes, how to be strict. It's
Mhm.
like I really need to learn now again.
Mhm.
It's a new completely stage.
Mhm.
How to be a person with whom, like for my daughter, I want to be the person whom she will trust, and I want to be supportive, so she will not like feel that I want to abandon her with my concerts and forget about her, or I don't want her to close from me, you know, emotionally, because I will not accept her personality or something else, you know.
Mhm.
It's also challenging. That is will be challenging.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, you always have challenges and you can't escape them in your life probably.
Now it's more.
Anymore.
Yes, it's another level. It's another level more. It's higher level, let's say, of challenges because
Mm.
first it was the physical level, let's say, yes, like
Surviving.
more surviving. Now physical level is okay. So the emotional, moral, spiritual level comes, which is actually much more challenging to change yourselves and to just find money to live. You know,
Mm.
it's
Yeah, very, very
such a
good
hard
point.
job every day.
Very, very good point. I love this. So we came to a philosophical conclusion.
Yes,
Yeah.
by the way, if we will continue with philosophical conclusion, our
Yeah.
guys, everybody who is here or not here anymore, they
Okay,
because they're
but
ready.
yeah, so we
Yes,
have
we have
something
to
to
think.
go to sleep with, like, and continue thinking
Yes,
about. Okay, thank you so much. This was wonderful and very interesting for
thank
me,
you that you invite me.
and I hope that for other people too. And yeah. Okay, so I hope we will meet one day. You know, when all those COVID things kind of stop, or I don't know, just to become a
Yes.
little bit more normal, and we can travel again and so on. So yeah, good luck with your career, with your concert.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and,
I will try to do my best now.
yeah, and yeah, staying in touch. And bye
Yes,
bye.
yes, Julie. Love you.
Bye 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 bye.